down the field he goes. Stiff arm to the 40, to the 30, to the 20, and down the sideline. The Marauders in the end zone. Touchdown. Turner breaks through the line and down the sideline. He goes to the end zone. Touchdown. Looking option, pitches left. Oh, it's fumbled, but caught, and now hit is down for a loss of a yard. Here's a snap, a screen pass out of the backfield, coming to the left-hand side. Marauders all over him, and down for a loss. From the right side, looking for a block, getting outside across midfield to the 45, and off to the races he goes. Quarterback looks to throw, is up and picked up by the Marauders down the left sideline, headed to the end zone. Here's a snap and handoff, sweep on left-hand side with blocker to midfield to the 40. To the right side, and they got a big hole once again to the 30-yard line. It turned and making a move. Snap, looking right, throw right, it's intercepted by the Marauders, and he's going to take it to the house.
which one?
Let's go. Third down.
What was the penalty?
Because it wasn't bad.
Yeah, it was a bad.
Oh.
Illegal procedure on Cortez. About a 5-yard penalty.
Come on. Let's watch her.
Oh, reverse on the play there. Ball headed off to number 9, Jeremy Spinner, for maybe about a half-yard gain. That'll bring up 4th down for the Colts.
How did we go from 2 to 3?
Second down was the penalty.
Yeah, second down was the penalty.
Third down, they ran it.
This is for
I couldn't announce because I can't see the numbers. What did they do?
Play pass.
But there is a flag on the play. We can take over on down. About a 1st and 10 at their own 10-yard line. 1st and goal. Ball headed off number 23, Dakota Hanks, sorry, for about a gain of 2. Take a second and goal.
Come on. Get him. Nice
All
job,
right.
boys. Here you go.
Ball handed off to number 12, Tyler Herman, for about a gain of 1. And we have a 3rd and goal.
All right.
There you go.
Hold them on this one.
We have number 12 again, Tyler Herman on the carry, for about a gain of 1 and 3. 4th and goal for Mingus. Ball there, led by number 9, Jeremy Spinner.
That's
Do
it.
have some flags on the play.
Shut your mouth.
And then there's more because I keep them in. Somebody in our
Right, because after the whistle, you keep the ball. Yeah, it's a yard ball. Yard ball.
Whoever did it, kick them in the rear.
All right, see what we got here. Timeout, but what's the call?
Personal
Personal
foul.
foul.
All right.
We had a
No harm done.
personal foul call on Cortez. Moving back about half an inch from the goal.
No harm done.
And they will be taking over a now. It'll be
Back check, 1, 2.
No, it's over.
Check, 1, 2, 1, 2. Check, 1, 2.
And then we think we got the ball. Okay, then I think
they will start on their own.
Hello everyone, welcome to Mingus Marauder football here on KYBC AM 1600. Second drive of the game for the Cortez Colts. They have the ball 1st and 10 from their own 1-yard line. The Marauders stopped on 1st and goal on 4 downs, tried to run it in a couple times with Tyler Herndon, and the Colts were able to hold on and keep the Marauders out of the end zone. And now their first play on this series is a run up the middle for about 2 yards maybe, and it's going to bring up 2nd down and 8 for Cortez. Fans, thanks for sticking around. We're glad to be here and glad to be on the air tonight with Mingus Marauder football. Mingus on the road at Cortez High School, just a little bit south of Metro Center.
Speed of 1 on the play. 2nd down and 9 for Cortez.
2nd down and 9 officially as the Colts come back to the line of scrimmage. Back in motion from the middle to the right. Now they're going to hand off, trying to sweep right. The Marauders are there, Kitchen there to make the hit, and then everybody else gangs up and brings the ball carrier down for a short carry. It looks like they're going to give them progress back to the line of scrimmage. That's about it. Brings up 3rd down and long now for the Colts. Mingus Marauder defense out on the field. The Marauders in their away white uniforms with the red pants, the silver helmets. The Colts here at home wear their black uniforms with the white pants and the white helmets. Mingus had 3-1 so far this season after a big win last week. The Marauders come away with a win over the arch rival Flagstaff Eagles last week. Here come the Colts trying to run again up the middle. The Marauder defense will have none of that. A second effort pushes the ball out to about the 4-yard line. Maybe closer to the 5, where it's going to be 4th down and 5 now for the Colts. Marauder defense keeping them pinned deep. The problem is Mingus had it 1st and goal from about the 9-yard line on their first possession and couldn't get it in. And let's see, last time the Colts had the ball in this situation, they went for it on 4th down. They lined up the punt. The punter tried to throw a little screen pass out to the right-hand side. It fell incomplete. That's why the Marauders had it 1st and goal to start their drive. And awaiting the punt now. The punter will get it off. It is high and very short. Mingus is just going to get away from it and be happy to take field position at the Colt 23. All right, well, here the Marauders have the ball for the 2nd time. First time they started 1st and goal inside the Colt 10-yard line. Now they've got it 1st and 10 from the Colt 23. And let's see if the Marauders can get their offense rolling here a little bit, JB. They may have been thrown back a little bit by not being able to, or from starting so close to the end zone last time. They didn't get their offensive machine rolling.
Well, you start to wonder whether or not it was too close to the end zone to actually run some of the plays they wanted to run.
1st down and 10. Luke Simmons at quarterback. He's got Rios next to him, and now he'll throw out of the backfield. He's got it to Rios on the left-hand side. Rios towards the sideline is wrestled out of bounds around the 10. And I thought that was Rios that was in the backfield, JB, and apparently it's not. That's Dakota Hanks that was in the backfield. And I've got to check. That's not even Rios that made the catch. That was Morales that time. They came out with the catch, 83, Jesse Moronis, rather. And he's got the first reception here for the Marauders. And a gain to the 10-yard line. Looks like he's at about the 11, maybe even in the 12. Hard to tell on this field. But it is a 1st down and 10 here for Mingus. They can pick up a 1st down without scoring. We have flags all over the place. Pass that time from Simmons to Alex Brewer would have been good for a touchdown. But the officials are blowing their whistles, and looks like we've got a illegal motion, most likely, is going to be the call against the Mingus Marauders here, and that's what it is. Illegal motion on Mingus. That'll back him up 5 yards. Makes it 1st down and 15. Mingus can pick up a 1st down at just shy of the goal line, somewhere out around the 1. 6:31 left to go here in the opening quarter. Glad to have you along. Mingus Marauder football here on KYBC. From the shotgun, Simmons with Herndon in motion. Hands it to Herndon, who's going right. Herndon trying to get to the corner. Looks to stiff arm of player and dives to the end zone. He's going to be short, and he'll be in bounds. They keep the clock running, and I'm not sure he's even got a 1st down. Looks like he's going to be just a hair short of a 1st down. So 13 yards on the carry, and it's 2nd down and 2 now for the Marauders. Mario Ravlacaba on the line out there, along with Jordan Wellborn, being led to the line of scrimmage by 51 Norberto Mesa. Brandon Gregson out there on the line as well for the Mingus Marauders. 2nd down and 2 now. Man in motion has Herndon. They're going to hand off to the big man. It's long. Fell onto the right-hand side. Banging towards the goal line, and I think they've got the bowling ball down before he's into the end zone. So it's going to bring up 3rd down now for the Mingus Marauders. And they can pick up a 1st down without scoring. Looks like they're not even to the goal line, Jackie. They're still a yard or so short. Third down and less than a yard here for Mingus. As they head back to the line of scrimmage, Simmons now set under center. This is a rarity, and he's going to keep it himself. Simmons dives forward. He's in. Touchdown. The Marauders on top. And a flag. After the play, we've got a flag that comes in, and this is most likely something that's being said by somebody out there. It happened after the play, so I'm sure the touchdown's going to be good. Just going to be a matter of either where the Marauders run their extra point from or where they kick off from, I think. And we've got a player from Cortez fired up coming off the field. Doesn't look very happy. I imagine he's got the yellow on him. That's Matt Radis. And he's coming out and going to throw his helmet around a little bit and getting ready to go kick the cooler jar. Well, the Marauders will have the penalty. It looks like it's going to be against Cortez, and Mingus will have that implemented on the kickoff. Dead ball, unsportsmanlike conduct against Cortez, and that's going to... Oh, he's been ejected. Whoa. Well, number 61's had a short night. Matt Radis is out of the game, and now he's over on the sideline screaming and yelling at coaches and water guys and everything else. And somebody better contain this young man, or he may not be here next week either. As a matter of fact, I think he is gone for next week. I think if you get thrown out of a game, you miss this game and the next week also. So Radis hurting himself a little bit here. Extra point attempt by Mingus is up, and it's good. Cadera knocks in the PAT, and the Marauders lead now 7-0 with 5:12 left to go here in the opening quarter of play, and it looks like the officials might be coming over to the sideline to talk things over with the Colts. Let's take a quick break. We'll be back to Cortez High School. Mingus kickoff coming up after this.
Your life, it's all out in front of you. Your future, wide open. Come and get it. Degrees that transfer, programs that train for jobs. Yavapai College. Life explored. It's a big world. So many places to go and things to see. Experiences you've dreamed of. They can all start close to home. Degrees that transfer, programs that train for jobs. Yavapai College. Life explored.
Back at Cortez High School, Mingus Marauders strike first. They lead 7-0. And now they're going to add on the yardage for the unsportsmanlike conduct. And the Mingus Marauders will kick off from the Colt 45-yard line. Of course, the kicker is different than the kick-off guy is different than the extra point guy. The extra point was knocked in by Gilberto Cadera. And now we've got Jair Jacobo out to kick off for the Mingus Marauders. Hard to see these numbers on these Colt uniforms. Looks like one of the players back is, well, it says number 4, I thought. Here's the kickoff, and it will take him back into the end zone. I believe that was number 8, Jordan Loggins, that time with the catch of the kickoff, and it will be a touchback. So Cortez will be happy to be out at the 20-yard line. They'll start their third drive out of their end zone. Their first 2 drives were down inside the 1. Now they've got it out at the 20. First down and 10. Makes you wonder about this kid that's been ejected here, Matt Radis. He's an offensive and defensive lineman. That might open up a hole on that offensive line. Colt's going to come out, trips on the right, 2 receivers on the left, man in motion from right to left, and they'll fake the handoff. Now quarterback looks to throw over to the left-hand side. Has a man, hit him in the hands, but he dropped it. Zach Pelletier was there in case he did catch it that time. Ball intended for Jordan Spinner, but he doesn't come up with it. Brings up second down and 10.
Now Coach Luna here for the Colts. First year stepping into the coaching role here for the Cortez Colts. Was a 4-year letterman and defensive back at Utah State, and first team All-State selected from Peoria High School, so well familiar with the Phoenix area.
Second down and 10 now. Colts from the 20-yard line. Man in motion from left to right now. Quarterback fakes it to him. Now he's going to throw. Here comes the pressure from Mingus. Finds a wide open man in the middle of the field for a first down. He'll be hit and brought down, but not before a big gain all the way out to the 42-yard line. Nice pitch and catch that time. And the ball was caught by number 8, Jordan Loggins, and he's got the Colts a first down. He was wide open in the middle of the field, JB. Somebody broke down on the Marauder defense.
Yeah, it was almost looked like they were going into zone, but that was, I think it was more of a sleep zone.
Pressure that time by the Mingus Marauders was provided by Troy Carter, number 79, defensive end, senior, 6'2", 235. Broke through on that left-hand side of the Marauder defense, the right side of the offensive line. Quarterback now so he's going to go shotgun. The quarterback is Austin Sherrill. He's got a man in motion from left to right. Now we got flags, and we most likely have an illegal motion. Austin Sherrill, the quarterback, a senior. We don't have sizes for you, but he's taller than everybody else out there. I'd say he's probably about 6'4" or 5. Now he runs to the sideline and talk things over with Coach Luna. Hey, it's nighttime. Luna's out there.
I wondered how long it was going to take for you to go that direction, Zach.
Longer than it should, I'm sure. 4:30 and counting here as the Colts run the play back in from the sideline. 7-0 Mingus. First down and 10. Colts from their own 38-yard line. Actually, it's going to be first down and 15 after the illegal motion call. Sherrill sets up under center this time. Two backs behind him in an I formation. They'll hand off to the tailback. Coming to the right side, stacked up at the line and driven backwards. And it looks like they're going to give him forward progress of almost a yard. It's going to bring up second down and 14 now for the Colts.
Well, that's Rashawn Whitaker with the run. Couldn't find much room around that corner.
Young fellow, only a sophomore.
Well, young program, as I understand it, Cortez had to delete the JV program.
Right. Most of their sophomores are up because it's just a freshman.
Correct.
Whitaker comes out of the ball game here on second down at 14. I formation again. Now they're going to try to hand off to the left side. Uh-oh, nothing happening there. Cut it back to the right, and there's Jordan Wellborn. And it looks like Troy Carter in there again. No, that time it's 72 that gets in there. That's Alec Eppinger. And he just tackled the whole pile, Jackie. He grabbed like 4 guys, just brought them all to the ground. I know the guy I want's in here somewhere.
That's like destroying the whole haystack for the needle, right?
Yeah. Yeah. Third and 16 now as the Colts run the play in from the sideline. And again, another one of these teams that wears their quarterback out, running them in and out of the huddle all the time over to the sideline. You think you come up with some hand signals or something, let them stay out there. Waste a lot of time in between plays, and now he's got to get everybody set. Play clock running down, they better hurry. Third down at 16, and there's the whistle. And it looks like we may have had a timeout this time instead of a delay of game. And the Colts do call timeout. So we've got 2:48 left in the opening quarter, and Mingus on top 7-0. It's third down and 16 for the Colts, and we come back after this timeout.
Keep your vehicle on the road and running right for less with Reese's Tire in Cottonwood. The Reese's Tire Car Care Club card never expires, and you'll save almost $475 off car care services. For only $89.95, you'll get 4 free oil changes, plus discounts on brakes, AC service, batteries, and of course, savings on tires too.
Come into Reese's Tire and Auto and ask us about our Car Care Club card.
At 2435 East State Route 89A in Cottonwood.
Back at Cortez High School, coming out of the timeout, the Marauder defense coming back out on the field. It's third down and 16 for the Colts. After starting their drive at the 20-yard line, they had a nice pass over the middle. It picked up about 18 yards or so, and since then they had a illegal motion penalty and a hit for a loss on a run, and now faced with third down and 16 from their own 36-yard line. Man in motion from left to right. Quarterback dropping back to pass, holding right in the middle of the line. Pass is off, complete for short yardage, about to the line of scrimmage. The guy on the other side's marking it all the way out to the 40-yard line, but the guy on this side that saw where the ball went out of bounds is marking it back closer to about the 38.
Well, that'll be no gain on the received pass.
No. Fourth down at 14 now for the Colts. As they look to punt it away again, the Marauders do have a man deep. It's Andrew Garcia looking to return the punt. High snap on the punt, and it will be not blocked, but the punter is grabbed and pulled to the ground. He's looking for a flag. Sorry, young man, you're not getting a flag on that. That's called getting sacked. That's a turnover. And the Marauders have the ball on the it's not a blocked punt. What do you call it? Just like it's turnover on downs. It's almost like a running play. And the Marauders have the ball first and 10 from the Cortez 34.
Yeah, that's got to go as negative rushing yardage.
Yeah, it's negative rushing yardage.
And a fumble, nonetheless, right?
And yeah, a fumble. First down and 10, Mingus with a little room to work with here, starting at the Colt 34. It's Simmons in the shotgun. One man next to him, Hanks on the left-hand side. Simmons looking to throw across the middle of the right side, looking for Brewer. That play went for a touchdown earlier, but it was called back on illegal motion on Mingus, and that time unable to connect, and that will stop the clock. 2:33 left here in the opening quarter. Runners on top, 7-0 on the road at Cortez.
Well, if I'm looking at this correctly, the Mingus Marauders do pick up a fumble recovery by Troy Carter on that last play.
Mr. Carter coming through again. Second down and 10 here for the Marauders. Simmons in the gun. Hanks on his right side. Trips on the right. And Herndon in motion. Going right. Herndon hitting the backfield. Cuts it to the middle. And gets back to the line of scrimmage. Well, I'll tell you what. This Colt team has been on Herndon with that sweep to the right-hand side. And we've seen that all season long. Just about every opponent is looking for Herndon. He's the guy with the target on his back. And these Colts are no different.
If I was an opponent of the Mingus Marauders, I would do the same thing. No doubts about it. But then it goes Herndon, 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 Dakota up the middle for
right. Watch out for that one right here. Third down and 10, Mingus. From the shotgun, Simmons looks left, throws left, and it was incomplete, but we have a whistle and a flag on Mingus that stops the play. It looks like it's going to be illegal motion on the Marauders. That'll back them up 5, but I think Mingus will be happy with that because that was an incompletion. Now you got another chance to complete the play.
Right. Right.
4 down territory for the Marauders. There's no sense in punting here. It's not like the Colts are going to move the ball at the 34-yard line. Or, I'm sorry, now they're at the 39-yard line. Third down and 15 now. Simmons in the gun. Drops back, under pressure now. He'll evade the pressure, and Simmons still on his feet and off to the races. To the middle of the field and brought down from behind. That's the kid that had the initial pressure that time that also got through to make the play. And it looks like that was number 6, C.J. Kamara, that comes up with a tackle. Now it's 4th down and about 8 here for the Marauders from the 33-yard line of the Colts, and Mingus is going to go for it.
Can't blame them.
No, can't blame them.
I mean, they're pretty sure that their defense is going to be stout.
You know the Marauders' strength is their defense. Here's the snap on 3rd and 8, rolling to his left. Now under pressure, he'll throw across the middle and bounce it in front of an open receiver, and it falls incomplete. Looking for Moronis again that time, and for the second time in 3 possessions, the Marauders have turned the ball over on downs. One started 1st and goal from the 9. This one started 1st and 10 from the 33. Mingus has got to feel like there's something going on with their offense. They're not running this ball in the end zone against Cortez, having such short yardage to work with.
Well, Cortez so far this year is winless. They've given up 161 yards on the season, only able to muster 21 points so far. But so far, their defense has been playing pretty decent.
Colts calling timeout. Second one of the opening quarter. We have 1:09 left to go in the opening quarter. Marauders on top 7-0. We'll be back after this.
Marauders fans, take note. Renegade Steakhouse is the place to enjoy good food, good friends, and good times. From Wrangler's Prime Rib to Cowboy Caviar, and from Cactus Fries to Cowboy Burgers, it's all here waiting for you. I'm Ty Stite, inviting you to visit us at Renegade Steakhouse, where we do things with a style all our own.
Back at Cortez High School, 1st down and 10. Colts as they come off the sideline after talking things over with Coach Luna. They'll start from their own 33-yard line, and quarterback is talking things over with his running back there. That's Austin Sherrill, the quarterback from the shotgun. Man in motion from right to left, and he'll pass behind the quarterback, and now hand off. He's going to throw it to the left side and over the intended receiver. Well, he faked the handoff, then he came up top and threw it over towards the Marauder sideline. I'll tell you what, these Colts uniform numbers are almost impossible to read. Have to wait till the kid gets all the way back to this side of the field to tell you the intended receiver was Jordan Spinner.
You know what we need to do is we need to find an ophthalmologist to support the Mingus Marauders. so we can check on my glasses prescription.
Well, they're not going to help you here. I mean, you got dark red letters on black uniforms. Who came up with that? 2nd down and 10 from the 33-yard line.
They looked really cool on the field.
Yeah. Until you want to know who it was. Here's the snap in. They're going to fake the run. Quarterback rolling right under pressure from Carter. Throws, and it is. Ooh, is he out of bounds? No, he is out of bounds. Catch was made, but his feet were out of bounds before he caught it. That time, the catch nearly made, I guess, by number 80, Isaiah Saints, and it falls incomplete. 3rd down and 10 now. It looked like the Marauders had a chance to intercept that, but I think he thought his vertical was a little better than it was.
I agree with you. Great concentration by the receiver. The ball was probably tipped on its way, and he was already into his slide, sitting on his butt right there at the sideline.
3rd down and 10 now for the Colts as they head back to the line of scrimmage. Quarterback talking things over with the guys behind him. Sherrill now will set under center with an I formation behind him. Pro set, one receiver on either side, and now here's a snap. Fake the handoff again. Looking to throw again. Under pressure again. He'll throw, and this time oh boy, I thought it was picked off that time. That's Watkins that almost came up with it for the Marauders. Number 33, Brian Watkins, stepped in front of the intended receiver that time and was able to tip that ball away, and that was one where the receiver turned corner because Watkins stepped in front of him, and he knew that his only play was just to try and knock that thing down.
Well, if we look at that play again, one could almost argue that there was offensive pass interference as he got hit in the back.
Possible. Andrew Garcia, deep to return for the Marauders. He'll wait it around his 30-yard line, and it looks like we got a new punter in. They've got a new punter in the game. Last time it was 81. He's standing on the sideline. And a high snap over his head. They'll chase it down, and here come the Marauders behind him, and he'll just fall on it. Probably a wise decision. All the way back to the 10-yard line. Marauders will start again. 1st and goal from the 10. Trying to catch a number. It looks like it was a kid they threw it to, Isaiah Saints. That's who it was that was back to kick that time. And another high snap and way over his head, and he did his best to get up to it. But a turnover on downs once again. This is the 2nd time the Marauders have started 1st and goal on the possession. The other time they had it 1st and 10 at the 33. They've only got one score on the board.
I know, and not many yards either. Not many offensive yards.
No. Man in the backfield is Hanks. In motion from left to right is Herndon, and it's going to be Simmons on the keeper, and Simmons in the end zone. Touchdown! Simmons takes it in from 10 yards out. One play, one score. 35 seconds left to go here in the opening quarter of play, and the Marauders on the board again. I think the coaching staff on the far end of the field isn't feeling too good about their team having the ball this close all the time and not scoring. So they busted in with the quarterback. He faked the handoff to Hanks, followed Herndon through the hole, got a big TD for Mingus. Kadera in to attempt the extra point. There's a snap, good hold. Kick is up, and it looks like it is right down the middle, and is. The Marauders lead 14-0 with 35 seconds left to go here in the opening quarter play. We'll be back with the Mingus kickoff after this.
Verde Valley Connections is your source for primary medical care.
Verde Valley Connections is here for you.
We're taking new patients every day. Just give us a call and we'll set you up with an appointment, or stop in and we'll try to work you in.
We'll take the time to get to know you.
And if you need a prescription, our pharmacy is right here in the lobby.
Whether you're new in town or just don't have a primary care connection,
Verde Valley Connections is here for you.
Call 634-2236 and ask for Connections.
Back at Cortez High School, the Marauders on the board for the 2nd time in the opening quarter, and here's JJ to kick it off, and a left-footed boot will bounce it around the 15, still rolling on the ground, and now they finally pick it up at the 5, trying to go to the left-hand side of the field. There's Kitchen with a big hit, and he brings them down after a short gain to about the 14-yard line, it looks like, where they're going to mark them. And it'll be 1st down and 10 Colts. Well, the Colts have been starting deep in their own. I mean, you talk field position. Colts, it's at about their maybe 10-yard line, if that. And the Marauders, it's at about the Colts' 10-yard line.
Right. Multiple drives. Mingus starting this game pretty much on the Colts' 4-yard line and unable to punch it in. And starting offensively slow, but that last play looked really good as Simmons kept it himself, went right behind the guard and the tackle on the right-hand side. And Herndon. Good lead block.
First down and 10, I formation. Man in motion out of the backfield. Now the fullback will move to the right, and they're going to hand off, trying to go right, and there are the Marauders right in top of them and spinning them around and slamming them down. Not much room to run. Alex Brewer was the first man there, and then Josh Longfellow came in to clean him up, and it's going to be a gain of a yard maybe. Nope, it's right back to the line of scrimmage at the 15, and it's going to bring up second down and 10. That was number 8, Jordan Loggins with the carry.
There we go.
We got a new man coming up. That's the end of the opening quarter. 14-0 is our score. The Marauders with the lead. Second down and 10 Colts from their 15-yard line when we come back with the second quarter after this.
Service, convenience, price. Taylor Waste is locally owned and voted #1 in residential garbage collection for the past 8 years in a row. And right now, new customers will enjoy 2 months free service with your switch to Taylor Waste. Add an extra container and take part in Taylor Waste's popular clean recycling program as well.
Hi, I'm Chris Taylor, owner of Taylor Waste. We're proud to serve our friends and neighbors with service tailored to your needs.
Your local Taco Bell invites you to Live Moss. Try the Doritos Locos Tacos today, made with a shell of real nacho cheese Dorito chips. Convenient hours, drive-through, and open late every night. Visit your local Taco Bell, located on the corner of Highway 89A and Cove Parkway in Cottonwood. Taco Bell, Live Moss.
Back at Cortez High School as we start the second quarter of play. Glad to have you along. Mingus Marauder football here on KYBC AM 1600 and Verde Valley Cable Channel 2 on Cable 1. Did that without my sign and everything, Jackie.
And Suddenlink.
It's only taken a couple years. Oh, yeah. See, now you've added the Suddenlink this year. I'm back 3 years behind again. Well, here come the Colts back out on the field after the timeout to end the quarter. We start the second quarter of play with the Marauders on top, 14-0. Fans are on the road again next week, up to Flagstaff to take on the Coconino Panthers, former Grand Canyon region rival. And the Colts will look to hand off up the middle, and, well, not much room to run there that time for Rashawn Whitaker. He got slammed around and thrown backwards. And looks like he lost a yard. Brings up third down and 11 now. Well, the Marauder defense, Jackie, if they give up a score here today, I think they're in trouble next week at practice.
Well, probably so.
You never know. I mean, a breakaway would be one thing. But a drive for a touchdown?
Well, true. Very true. Now,
with this team, I mean, we start seeing them empty their bench a little bit. That's different.
Last year, the Mingus Marauders are victorious over the Colts by a score of 35-0.
Right.
Now, the Colts did pick up their first win in 4 years last year.
And that's good.
As they
everybody's got to win once in a while. It's good for the soul.
Yep, against Westwood Prep Academy.
Here's a snap and a pass over the middle and in and out of the hands of the intended receiver that time. It was Manny Diaz. I don't know if you remember, JB, that's an old quote from Hal McRae when he was the coach of the Kansas City Royals. Said a win every once in a while is good for the soul.
You know, I can relate to that. Being a Cubs fan, I can relate to that.
Oh, man.
I'm still waiting for my win.
Fourth down for a winning season, huh? It's not the Pirates. Pirates, if they don't finish over 500, they've already set the record for futility in the major leagues, and they're just going to add on to it. They're right around 500 now. They've had a pretty decent season. Awaiting the snap. Good snap this time. Taking his time to get the punt off, but he does. And it's a short punt. Takes a Colt bounce, and Garcia thought about it and then said, no. I think we'll just take it right here on your side of the field again. First down and 10, Mingus from the Colt 47-yard line.
And one of the Colt players tried to throw the ball back to the line judge and hit one of his offensive linemen right in the back with it. Oh, man. Insult to injury. Hey, what am I going to do being a Cubs fan when Houston goes to the American League next year? I mean, there will be no cushion on the bottom.
I know what our Phoenix correspondent would tell you.
Turn and become a White Sox
On the
fan?
south side, young man.
Go south side.
First down and 10. Mingus, man in motion is Rios. They'll throw to Rios out in the open. Rios with a block out in front. He's got about 10 yards and still going on the Marauders sideline. He'll be tackled inbounds, and now they stop the clock. And he's got stop the clock just to move the sticks. He's got a first down, 12 yards on the pitch and catch that time. And Rios with a nice gain there for the Mingus Marauders. I'll tell you what, Jesse Rios has really done a nice job this year, Jack. He's not very big, 5'8" or so, about 165 pounds. Let's see what they have listed, 5'10", 155. So not a very big guy, but he's done a nice job receiving for Mingus this season. From the shotgun, Simmons drops back, looks right, throws right away over the head of Brewer. Simmons has not looked sharp here tonight like we've seen him this season.
No, very true. That one was thrown high. We've seen a couple of them thrown on that slant pattern to Brewer. It's open. He's got the inside track, but they're both thrown high, and even the basketball player can't come down with the self-tip. You were mentioning Rios. He's got 6 catches on the season so far, 109 yards before this game.
Not too bad, because they didn't use him at all in the first 2 games.
Nope.
Second down and 10 here for the Marauders. Dropping back, Simmons looking to throw again. Simmons up top, and he's got Herndon on the left side of the 10 to the 5 to the end zone, and I think he stepped out of bounds at the 10. Ooh. Looks like he's out of bounds at the 10. Didn't get tackled, was on his way to the end zone, but he's out of bounds at the 10-yard line. First down and goal, Mingus from the Colt 10, and a nice run that time after the catch. Herndon made a nice catch. The ball looked like it was thrown out in front of him just a little bit, but he was able to grab it with the fingertips, pull it in, and pick up a big gain for Mingus.
Well, he did the tiptoe dance down the sideline and couldn't keep it in bounds. 25-yard reception, though.
First down and goal. In motion is Herndon from left to right, and rolling to his right, looking to throw his Simmons to the end zone, wide open, Brewer, touchdown! Alex Brewer in the back of the end zone, and a minute and 40 seconds into the second quarter, the Marauders put another TD on the board and now lead by a score of 20-0 with the extra point from Cadera coming up after this.
Well, how about that? Simmons looked sharp on the last 3 throws, didn't he?
Yeah, he looked real good on those. Yeah.
All of a sudden, he's 3 for his last 4 with 47 yards.
Tanner Karen in the hold for the Marauders here tonight, and we want to talk about that because that is our Northern Arizona Rehab and Fitness Injury Report, is that Micah Navarez is out, so that has switched Tanner Karen to the holder. Extra point by Cadera is up and good, 21-0 Mingus, 10:20 left in the opening half. We'll be back with the Marauder kickoff after this.
Your life, it's all out in front of you. Your future, wide open. Come and get it. Degrees that transfer, programs that train for jobs. Yavapai College. Life explored. It's a big world. So many places to go and things to see. Experiences you've dreamed of. They can all start close to home. Degrees that transfer, programs that train for jobs. Yavapai College. Life explored.
Jacobo to kick off again, and it will bounce past the return man. He's still chasing around, still looking for it at the 6-yard line. I'll pick it up, looking to bring it to the middle of the field. Hit and drilled by Watkins. Oh, baby, Watkins brought a hammer. That time Longfellow came in and cleared it up, and getting up slow off the bottom of the pile is the return man. I'm not sure if it's 6 or 8 that time. I think it might be 8, Jordan Loggins, that got the return. And nope, it was 6 that time. It was C.J. Kamara that had the return. And that'll teach you to grab that ball and run with it. By the time you kick it around and find it and pick it up again, the defense is there, man. And the return guys were there, and they got all over them.
Man, that reminded me of flashbacks of Chin Lee. Oh, my goodness.
They were teeing off on the Wildcats.
Oh, yeah. However, yeah, you got to pick that up clean or get away from it, you know?
Well, you don't get away from it. It's a free ball. It's kickoff.
Well, that's true, but I thought it was going to roll into the end zone before he touched it.
And quarterback in trouble. Throw out of the backfield after being pressured in the end zone. And now you got flags coming in, and the receiver with a gain of about 4 yards on the carry before being smothered by Marauders. And we've got something that's on the offense. I didn't see what the official said that time. But
I think it was a block in the back.
Oh, illegal block in the back. That'll back them up.
That would be my guess.
Was from the 10-yard line. They'll most likely be back around the 5. Running the play in from the sideline for the Colts now is Xavier Martinez.
Jordan Spinner had the reception.
Yep, that's what it is. And they'll back them up 5 yards, half the distance to the goal. And bring up first down and 15.
And now we'll be first down 15.
Your voice changes on the echo.
First down and 15, I formation. One receiver on the left. It looks like they got a tight end on the right, and they're going to try to run right and bring it back to the middle. Hit in the backfield, and they're not going to bring them down, but whistles are blowing. That's called progress stopped right there. And he lost another yard or so, and it looks like it's going to bring up second down and about 16.
Well, just watching so far here in the first half, the Mingus Marauders are dominating the line of scrimmage without a doubt.
No doubt about it.
And the Cortez Colts seem to be one of their biggest places of needing improvement immediately. It'd probably be that offensive line.
Now, they've got some big kids out there. Problem is they don't seem to be in great shape. The Marauders are pushing them around a little bit out there.
Well, speed kills, and speed kills quickly.
That's true. Here's the second down play. Quarterback looking up top, throwing to the left-hand side, and it is, almost intercepted that time by Garcia. The receiver came back and made a play on it that time, Jordan Loggins, but it falls incomplete and now brings up third down and 15 officially up on the scoreboard.
Well, Garcia was standing there in center field waiting for it to come
back down, yeah. And he's a center fielder.
Oh, yeah.
We'll see him out there in center field here in a couple months.
Perfect. You saw him. He was, putting his hand in the glove.
Right.
Yeah, absolutely. Flipped down the shades and everything. But had time. But the receiver did a great job of being defensive back and almost took it away from him.
Third and 15. 2 on the right, 2 on the left, and one wide open over the middle. And he's going to have a first down. Wow, how about that? Colts pick up a first down on 3rd and 16. And looking to catch a number again. It's the little guy, Austin Sherrill, that time. That comes up with the Austin Sherrill, rather, the quarterback, had it out to.
I think it might have been Jordan Spinner again.
Spinner, yeah, I think you're right on that. Man, these are tough uniforms to read, no doubt about it.
That's a tough kid. He's not a big one out there.
No, he wasn't big, but man, he took it right into the middle of that Marauder defense, didn't he?
Yep, without fear.
Now it looks like the Marauders have brought Eric Pearson at a safety position. And Sherrill takes a snap, drops back, looks to his left side, throws it in and out of the hands, and then punished for his effort by Zach Pelletier. Yeah, teach you to catch the ball, young man. If you're going to get hit, you may as well have it. Jordan Spinner, the intended receiver that time, and it falls incomplete. Brings up second down and 10 from the 21-yard line. We have seen the Colts pick up a couple of first downs via the pass. Running, not so much.
I think they've given up on the fact that they're just not going to dominate that line of scrimmage, which means Mingus will be able to drop back a little bit more. At the same time, you got to wonder. You get into that huddle, Zach, and you got to tell the quarterback, you know what? I wasn't open on that.
Here's the second down play as the man goes in motion behind the line of scrimmage. They'll fake the handoff left, rolling left, throwing left down the sideline, and nobody home. Closest man to it was Andrew Garcia for the Marauders. He made a diving effort, but it comes up a little short, and the ball falls incomplete, bringing up third down and 10 now from the 21.
Well, part of Coach Luna's problem here, getting the program going again. Without a JV program, that means that he's brought up a lot of sophomores and juniors to the varsity level to play. So that means that a lot of these kids are going to be without the experience. You start to watch and you see some fundamental missed blocks out there that make tremendous differences in an offense.
Here's the snap on third, and this one's just up for grabs, and it was nearly intercepted again by Garcia. And I'll tell you what, I don't like the arm on Austin Sherrill. He floats it.
Yeah, well, that was a fade route.
Yes, it was.
Well, he's trying to get the ball up and over the Mingus Marauder defense, trying to sneak somebody through right now, just looking for the big play to break something.
Colts looking to punt here on 4th and 10 from their 21, 7:51 left in the opening half. Isaiah Saints, I believe, is the punter. And he's got the snap, and he gets it off. A high one, short, but high. And it will take a Colt bounce out to the 45. First down and 10. Mingus from their own 45-yard line. A gain of about 24 yards on the punt, and the Marauders have it. First and 10 with 7:39 left in the opening half.
Well, taking a look at some of the numbers for the Mingus Marauders during the course of the year, so far averaging 131.5 yards per game throwing the ball is Luke Simmons. Mingus has 888 yards rushing the ball on the season, averaging 6.3 yards per carry and 222 yards per game. So far, Mingus is +4 in the turnover category.
Morona splits wide to the right-hand side from the shotgun. Fumble the snap, but whistles are blowing. It looks like Mingus must have been moving again. And he said these guys are supposed to be collegiate referees. Is that right, JB?
These are, yes, tonight's referee corps are collegiate referees.
Well, that's interesting because that's what they have in the pros right now.
Right.
They haven't done very well.
That has been an interesting, so some of the games have been really long. There was an hour quarter in
I just
Monday
don't
Night
understand
Football.
in an NFL game, two teams break out fighting and the refs just let it go for 5 minutes.
Yeah, I understand.
First and 15 from the gun at midfield. Waiting the snap is Simmons, and we have flags all over the place again. Simmons going deep down the right-hand side for Brewer, and it's incomplete. Defense was there. They didn't stop the play that time, which leads me to believe that was on the defense.
Right, I think that was a free play for the Marauders.
Yeah.
Ball thrown a little.
The right idea. Throw it up.
Right. The ball was actually thrown a little high.
Mingus.
Every single play we have seen from Brewer going down the right-hand side or on a post, he has actually had the inside shoulder.
They're backing him up 15 yards.
Huh. Then why would they let the play go?
Marauders. First down and 25. First down 30 here for Mingus. All the way back to their own 35. Here's a snap. Simmons will throw to Brewer. Hits him in the hands, and it's incomplete. Brings up second down and 30 for Mingus. Is that right? 20, yeah, 30.
Yeah, that would be 30. So I wonder what collegiate group that they typically ref for.
Yeah, I don't know.
Hopefully, we'll see if we can find that out for us.
It could be the junior college league here.
It could be.
From the shotgun, Simmons takes a snap, drops back, under pressure, throws the middle of the line. He's got it off to Hanks. Hanks with one man to beat to get outside. Oh, stutter step and make a move down the right sideline. Hanks spun around and out of bounds, but a big gain across midfield to about the Cortez 48-yard line, which will bring up a third down and manageable now for Mingus. It'll be third down and about 13 yards here for the Marauders on the Colt side of the field.
Great job of Brewer coming back to block for Hanks and spun him out for probably another 5 or 6 yards downfield.
Yeah, Brewer, made a nice play that time. And the move by Hanks was what really freed him, and then it was what enabled Brewer to be able to set up that block. From the near hash mark now, in motion is Rios, looking to throw his Simmons. He has time, he's going deep, looking for Herndon, and it's just over his head. I'll tell you, Simmons has looked good. He's looked sharp all year long. Couple of them tonight. He's led his receiver just a little bit too far. That one, Herndon was wide open and would have scored, but the pass over his head.
Well, sometimes you wonder when you look downfield and you see it that wide open, whether or not the butterflies get a little bit too much, you know?
Well, it shouldn't, though. This is an experienced senior quarterback, a leader of this team out here this season. And Mingus is going to go for it on fourth down and 13. And now we got flags stopping the play. And that's going to back the Marauders up most likely. Let's see.
No,
Oh, no, it looks like he's going to call offsides.
Encroachment.
Why did they stop the play?
Encroachment. Well, you know, they started doing that this year. Even in the pros, they started stopping the play on an encroachment, on a defensive penalty, dead ball penalty. Used to be, a lot of times it was a free play. You just don't see that anymore.
Let's go deep. Let's go deep. Well, it makes it a lot more manageable for Mingus now. Now instead of 4th and 12, it's, well, what do they got on the scoreboard? We got 4th and 8. So that's what we're going to go with. 4th and 8 for the Marauders from the shotgun. Here's a snap. Simmons under pressure immediately and sacked. Well, a big play by the Colts defense that time. Number 40, Xavier Martinez comes in untouched from the right defensive end side, or it might have been from a linebacker, and he comes in. He was all over Simmons as soon as he got the snap in, couldn't get away and gets brought down for a loss, and the Marauders turn it over on downs, leading 21-0 with 7:05 left to go in the second quarter.
Well, it looked like a linebacker or a free safety blitz from the blind side, and looks like the Colts have seen that little bootleg out to the right-hand side enough.
The Colts can see the end zone from here. This is as close as they've been all game, starting this drive from midfield. First down and 10 from under center. Handoff up the middle, and it looked like there's some room, and all of a sudden, wham, to the ground. Jordan Wellborn wraps up the ball carrier for a short gain. Flag does come in from the far end of the field over in front of the Marauder bench. Now the referee waves it off. He didn't mean to pull it out and throw it, or it kind of fell out of his pocket up in the air or something over there.
No, he saw something and then didn't.
Our fans watching on TV, there's head coach Bob Young on the right, offensive line coach Phil Cromer on the left. Those guys don't look happy. They're winning 21-0.
But Mingus hasn't looked sharp.
No, they haven't looked sharp at all. Second, that might be one of those games, though, where you're playing an opponent that's not quite as good, and you might play down a little bit. The Marauders don't want to see that. Fake the handoff, rolling right, under pressure now. He'll throw the ball, and he'll throw it away over on the Marauder sideline. There's the flag. However, he was well out of the tackle box.
Yeah.
Threw the ball across the line of scrimmage. And from what I remember the rule book saying, that's not intentional grounding. He's out of the tackle box and throws it across the line of scrimmage. Doesn't matter if he's got a receiver there or not. And that's the thing, is that flag, that's from where the flag is thrown. So he ran back 20 yards. Right. And now he's going to have a penalty added on from there, and it's going to bring it, and a loss of down. So it's going to bring up third down and about 40 or so here for the Colts.
That appears to be like a 20-yard penalty.
They move it back to the 30-yard line. So it's going to bring up third down and 30.
Oof. Now, question on that. If the tackle is going toward the sideline, does that mean you don't pass the tackle box?
Yeah. No. That's from where they line up to begin with. And they're going to try to run it out of the backfield. The Marauders are holding on to them and taking pot shots, and the referee says that's enough. And calls them down for forward progress of -3 or 4 yards. And brings up fourth down and about 35 now. We've had 2 fourth down and 30 pluses here in those last couple of drives, JB. Seems kind of weird.
Well, this whole trip is full of weird stuff.
And a rather strange one. And we're nowhere near Chinley.
Right.
5:50 left to go here in the opening half. 21-0 Marauders as the Colts look to punt it away. Saints awaiting the snap. He has it. And now he's under pressure, and it's blocked. Blocked and picked up by Mingus. Looks like Gregson, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Mingus! Gregson with the block, then picks it up and runs it into the end zone. And it should be a touchdown here for the Marauders. However, I don't see any referees running around with their hands in the air looking happy. But apparently it is going to be touchdown Mingus. They lead 27-0 on the block punt by Gregson. Picked up and run in for a touchdown by Gregson.
Awesome. So you get the block and the TD. Well,
yeah,
that because
fumble recovery? No, I guess it's not a fumble, but yeah.
Yeah, well, no, you get the block. That's your stat.
Block. Yeah, heck yeah, we'll take that.
So that's like at least 4 points for defensive player of the game, right?
Yeah. Oh, snap is bobbled. It's not bobbled. It's rolled to the holder, Tanner Karen, who is looking to run now. He's hitting down. Well, the ball rolled to Karen. He made a nice play to pick it up and didn't think he had a chance to put it down for the extra point, so he picked it up and tried to run with it. And the Marauders fail on the extra point. Now 27-0 is our score. 5:37 left in the opening half. Mingus to kick off when we come back after this.
Keep your vehicle on the road and running right for less with Reese's Tire in Cottonwood. The Reese's Tire Car Care Club Card never expires, and you'll save almost $475 off car care services. For only $89.95, you'll get 4 free oil changes, plus discounts on brakes, AC service, batteries, and of course savings on tires too.
Come into Reese's Tire and Auto and ask us about our Car Care Club card.
At 2435 East State Route 89A in Cottonwood.
Back at Cortez High School, Marauders on the board again. This time a blocked punt run in by Gregson. Blocked it and scored on it. That's an awesome play. 27-0 Mingus to kick off here, and here's the kick. It's going to the left side, picked up there, and it's that little guy, old number 5. He's down the left sideline and finally caught. And out of bounds, Jordan Spinner with the return. And a decent return. Cortez is going to have okay field position out around, it looks like about the 29-yard line or so.
He's got pretty good speed.
Yeah, not bad. He's
Spinner. Yeah, one of the seniors, one of the fewer seniors.
Yeah, not many seniors, no. You can see these guys probably a bunch of sophomores, few juniors, not many seniors. I imagine that's probably how it goes around here. I remember their coach last year said that this is a kind of a soccer school, if I remember correctly.
Cortez, yes, definitely has quite a soccer program.
First down and 10 now for the Colts from their own 29-yard line. Awaiting the snap, there it is, and dropping back, looking right, looking to throw up in the air, and it is tipped away, incomplete. Brewer sitting back there just ball hawking, just waiting for him to throw it. And then that time didn't even make an attempt on it, just went up and knocked it away like a good DB.
Sometimes that's just the best thing you can do.
Yeah. You know you can make that play, so you do it. Fans, next week up in Flagstaff, come on up and join us. We'll be at Cromer Field at Coconino High School. That's an upper division team now, JB, and that's one of our payback games from last year. The revenge factor. Looking to run sweep to the right-hand side, and the Marauders defense is all over that. There's no gain on the play that time, trying to get to 9. Jeremy Spinner, who is also a senior, and he didn't have anywhere to run either. Mingus will not be run on tonight. I'll say that.
Well, Mingus has a pretty decent run defense to start with. And, I mean, you can tell if you're watching the game, the number of white jerseys versus the blue or black jerseys out there. Mingus is swarming to the ball defensively very well.
Big time. Quarterback Austin Sherrill in the shotgun, takes a snap and hands off, try to sweep to the left-hand side, and there's the Marauders. They'll break free and fumble, but it goes out of bounds. Good gain on the play, out near a first down. We'll bring up 4th down and short. Got to hold on to the pigskin, young man. I believe it was number 8 that time, Jordan Loggins with the run, and it looked like Mingus was all over him around the line of scrimmage. And all of a sudden, boom, he cut it upfield and went right between a couple of defenders and ended up with about an 8 or 9 yard gain.
Now, if you are the Colts, middle of the field here, do you go for it on 4th down?
Oh, for sure. You're down 27-0. You're going to go for it here. 4th down and short from about the 41-yard line. Set under center. Quarterback's going to keep it himself, and he's not going to get it. Well, that spot now coming in from the other sideline in front of the Mingus bench. That's going to be enough for a first down. I can't imagine he got a yard, Jackie. He ran into the line. It looked like he bounced backwards. That is a terrific spot if you're a Colts fan. I'm sure you're not, unless maybe you're a transplant. I know our mailman's a Colts fan. He went to Cortez High School. That's what he told me. First down and 10, Colts. From their own 39-yard line. Here's the snap. Quarterback drops back, looking left, throwing left down the sideline. It goes. Tipped and intercepted by the Marauders. Coming down the sideline is Garcia. Garcia out near midfield, and he'll fumble out of bounds. Mingus ball at midfield. The ball tipped that time by Jeremy Senega. Senega tipped it up in the air, and Garcia caught it and then returned it about 15 yards against a lot of defense and out to midfield. First down and 10. Mingus, still 4:09 left to go in the opening half. Marauders on top, 27-0.
14 yards on the return, and man, I wish Garcia could have gotten to the far side of the field.
Oh,
holy cow, there was a lot of green out there instead of running into traffic on the short side.
First down and 10, Mingus as they head back up to the line of scrimmage. Andre May in on the offensive line here for the Marauders. Awaiting the snap from the shotgun is Simmons. He's going to hand off, going to the left-hand side. It's Rios. Banged off a couple of defenders on that left side and cut it back to the middle. Dove to the 50-yard line for no gain.
Rios trying to cut right back, a little misdirection as the last play of the last drive for the Mingus Marauders. Simmons got sacked with that blitzing outside linebacker, so they tried to cut it up and make that blitz ineffective. However, in the middle of the defensive line held their ground.
Here's the snap on 2nd and 10. They're going to keep it with Simmons on the left-hand side. Simmons still running. Nobody knows he has the ball. To the 20. Cuts it back to the middle. Now to the left to the end zone. Simmons gone. Touchdown, Mingus! Simmons takes it in from midfield. 50 yards on the scamper. And the Marauders lead 33-0 with 3:24 left to go here in the opening half.
Wow, we've seen 3 touchdowns so far in the first half by Luke Simmons, all rushing.
Yeah.
And 1 throwing the ball, too.
Now, the last time the Marauders attempted the extra point, the snap was rolled to the holder, Tanner Karen. He tried to get up and run it. Let's see if we can get a better snap this time. Gilbert Cadera in to attempt the extra point. Good snap, good hold. Kick is up, and it's off the left upright. And we have flags flying from just about everybody but the 2 guys standing underneath the goalpost. And we've got illegal motion on Mingus declined, and that'll be the second time that they don't pick up the extra point. Now 33-0 Mingus, 3:24 left to go here in the opening half. We'll be back with a Marauder kickoff coming up after this.
Marauders fans, take note. Renegade Steakhouse is the place to enjoy good food, good friends, and good times. From Wrangler's Prime Rib to Cowboy Caviar, and from Cactus Fries to Cowboy Burgers, it's all here waiting for you. I'm Ty Stite, inviting you to visit us at Renegade Steakhouse, where we do things with a style all our own.
High School, now number 18, Jair Jacobo, more affectionately known as JJ, in the kickoff once again for the Mingus Marauders. 33-0, Mingus with the lead with 3:24 left in the opening half. And Jacobo kicks it off. It will bounce and be taken by the up man, Sherrill. And he's trying to get to the left-hand side of the field, cut off there, and then he goes down the left sideline before finally being hit and out of bounds. Again, out around the 30-yard line, a decent return. Jordan Spinner, rather, with the return that time. And the Colts will start right about where they had the ball to start the last time, right at their 30-yard line, down now by 33.
Hey, I don't know if you noticed, but last week, the Mingus Marauders schedule went 7-3.
Yes, our schedule did very well last week. I was happy about that.
Right.
That's bonus points there, baby.
Yep. Holbrook beat Round Valley. They got Holbrook tonight.
Hey, and Mingus moved up to the top 4 in power points. That would mean 2 playoff games at home. Here's a sweep going to the right-hand side. Now with the Colts trying to cut it back to the left. And he thinks he's got some room, but there's the Marauders. Garcia all over him, and they'll be gang tackled for a loss. Wow, that Marauder defense is quick. They pursue the ball, and they chase down everything. That time what looked like he's going to cut it back to the near side of the field. End up losing about 3 yards on the carry. Nice job by the Marauder defense, staying at home and bringing up a good hit for no gain.
Great job getting back there by Garcia. Wow, that was a long run for Loggins.
Jordan Loggins, yeah, he ran forever and he lost a couple yards. Lost about 5, it looks like.
Well, the blocking scheme broke down on him, but then again, it was a broken play to start with when he changed directions.
As soon as he turned around, yeah, right. That's you're supposed to put up the wall.
Right.
That wall had holes in it. Here's a snap, and they'll fake the same thing. Now they'll just run it left-hand side on a delayed draw, and caught by Longfellow, driven backwards for a short gain. However, well, actually a pretty decent gain to there.
Yeah, it is.
I'm not sure that guy over on the far end of the field that's got the down marker knows where the ball's at. But it's going to be 3rd down. And
if that's where it is, that's a 5-yard gain by Whitaker.
Well, it looks like that's where they're going to mark it out to about the 31.
How about that? The Colts pull a little misdirection on the Marauders.
Yeah. Have to make them pay for that. It is still 3rd down now. 3rd and about 9. A long 8 for sure. Quarterback Sherrill in the gun. 1 man behind him. Drops back. Looking to throw. He does. Over the middle. He's got a man. Catch is made. Still on the loose and finally caught. Senega gets in on the tackle. And it will be a 1st down for the Colts across midfield to the Mingus 47-yard line. And I'm trying to catch it. It's number 9 this time. It's Jeremy Spinner with the reception, I believe.
Wow, 19 yards and a third down conversion for the Colts in their first visit to Mingus Marauder side of the field.
On the Marauder side of the field. Oh, now we have a personal foul against Mingus, which will move the ball 15 yards further downfield. We'll move the ball all the way down about the 32-yard line.
Whoops.
Yep. 1:53 left to go here in the opening half. Marauders on top, 33-0. Colts on the move at the Marauder 32. And here's a snap. Fake the handoff. Now they will hand off. Delayed draw coming left-hand side, and arm tackles by the Marauders, and a big gain down around the 25-yard line. That's going to be a gain of about 7 or 8 on the carry. And the Colts now have it 2nd down and 4 from the Marauder 25. Minute and a half left here in this opening half of play. Marauders on top 33-0. Jordan Wellborn coming out of the ball game. And it looks like they're going to replace him with, is that Greg Charles? It looks like Greg Charles is coming at right end. Here's a snap, and they're going to sweep going right this time. And Stutter stepping in the backfield, cutting through the hole. And now a first down for the Colts. All the way down inside the Marauder 15. Looks like they're going to mark it right at the 15-yard line. It will be a first down for the Colts. They'll stop the clock with 65 seconds left to go as they move the sticks. Once the sticks are set, they'll start running it once again. And now it might be a race against the clock here for Mingus. Can they keep them out before they score? 57 seconds and counting as the Colts break a huddle.
Well, the Colts still have timeouts left to use.
They've got one. Austin Sherrill at quarterback, takes a snap, fakes a handoff. Now he does hand off right up the middle, and it was big Troy Carter, I think, that time. They got a hand in there, and it was Carter that got in and got a hand in there to slow down the running back. And then the Marauders were able to get to him and bring him down for a short gain, and we do have a timeout on the field. So the Colts will call their final timeout. 35 seconds left to go. 2nd down and 9 from the Marauder 14. We'll take a break with the Colts, and we'll be back to Cortez High School right after this.
Two things we can count on every year.
A new set of tax rules and great weather here in northern Arizona.
Jackson Hewitt Tax Service, locally owned and operated by Lewis Rice since 1997, is here for you all year long.
Your neighborhood Jackson Hewitt Tax Office will help you in all of your taxing situations.
Electronic filing is always free with your tax preparation at Jackson Hewitt Tax Service.
Get more in return. Call 1-800-234-1040 for an office near you.
Back at Cortez High School, fans watching on TV see head coach Bob Young standing there talking things over. He's not talking now. He was just talking things over with a couple of his linemen. The defense out on the field right now as they're trying to keep these Colts out of the end zone. Colts called their last timeout with 35 seconds left to go here in the half. They've got it 2nd down and 9 from the Mingus 14-yard line. Quarterback Austin Sherrill in the gun. One man behind him, man in motion from right to left. And here's a snap. Oh, fake the handoff. Now under pressure. Throw to the left-hand side and had a man wide open around the 10-yard line. Tried to get it to number 5, Jordan Spinner that time, but it was over his head and incomplete, which will stop the clock. That's probably one of the things that Coach Luna said during that timeout is we can't run it, throw it to the sidelines because we can't stop the clock. If we catch it and get tackled inbounds, we may not get another playoff. Down to 31 seconds to go here in the half.
Well, Mingus knows that, and they're either going to go into a pass defense or they're going to bring the blitz.
Anything but the prevent. 3rd down and 9. Man in motion from right to left once again from the gun. They will fake the handoff again. Throw it. This time he makes the catch, but he's caught by Garcia and down for a short gain, and clock's running. They can't stop it. 20 seconds left to go. Hustling back to the line of scrimmage. The guy that caught the ball is still on the ground, and now he gets up. It was the same play to the same man. Jordan Spinner with the catch this time, and they're going to attempt a field goal. I'm not sure they'll get it off. 9 seconds left to go here in the half. They're lining up to kick the field goal. Romario Payan with the field goal attempt. It's up, and it is good. The Colts are on the board with the field goal attempt that goes for about 25 yards, and the field goal is good. Ramiro Panion breaks up the shutout with no time on the clock. So we go to the halftime. The Marauders on top, 33-3. We'll be back with a halftime report coming up after this.
Keep your vehicle on the road and running right for less with Reese's Tire in Cottonwood. The Reese's Tire Car Care Club Card never expires, and you'll save almost $475 off car care services. For only $89.95, you'll get 4 free oil changes, plus discounts on brakes, AC service, batteries, and of course, savings on tires too.
Come into Reese's Tire and Auto and ask us about our Car Care Club Card.
At 2435 East State Route 89A in Cottonwood.
Marauders fans, take note. Renegade Steakhouse is the place to enjoy good food, good friends, and good times. From Wrangler's Prime Rib to Cowboy Caviar, and from Cactus Fries to Cowboy Burgers, it's all here waiting for you. I'm Ty Stite, inviting you to visit us at Renegade Steakhouse, where we do things with a style all our own.
Welcome to the Cottonwood Recreation Center. We would like to invite you to come on in.
Come on in.
Our whole team is here to help you get the most out of each workout here at the Cottonwood Recreation Center.
Verde Valley Connections is your source for primary medical care.
Verde Valley Connections is here for you.
We're taking new patients every day. Just give us a call and we'll set you up with an appointment, or stop in and we'll try to work you in.
We'll take the time to get to know you.
And if you need a prescription, our pharmacy is right here in the lobby.
Whether you're new in town or just don't have a primary care connection,
Verde Valley Connections is here for you.
call 634-2236 and ask for Connections.
Welcome to the Sears Halftime Report. On Facebook, be sure to like Cottonwood Sears for special Sears coupons each Friday and one-of-a-kind deals from your local Cottonwood Sears in the Food City Shopping Center. In just a moment, we'll have a recap of the first half, including Marauder highlights, scores, and stats. Now, let's head back live to the press box. Here's Zach Calandra.
Back at Cortez High School, along with Jackie Bessler and Jay from Sears. The Mingus Marauders on top here, 33-3 at halftime. Mingus got going early. They had the ball a couple of times inside the 10-yard line to start drives. They scored on one of those. And defensively, we thought the Marauders were going to be able to come down here and pitch a shutout. Lo and behold, Cortez Colts kick a 25-yard field goal right at the end of the first half, and they're on the board, 33-3.
Well, they got to be happy with that. That makes points 22, 3, and 4 during the course of the season here for the Cortez Colts, and a team that has struggled with their kicking game gets off a field goal right at the end of the
right, to get their first points.
Right, exactly. Well, it started off, it didn't start off early for Mingus. They missed a couple of opportunities before they found pay dirt here tonight at Cortez High School. It was 5:12 left to go in the first quarter, and Simmons dives in from 1 yard out for the first touchdown of the game. Kadera extra point was good, and Mingus at that point led 7-0, and Simmons just found his way into the end zone, scrambled through the right side of the line, and was able to find pay dirt. And then with 35 seconds left to go here in the first quarter, still a 9-yard run by the Mingus Marauders to find the end zone. Kadera also gets the extra point, and at the end of the first quarter, the Mingus Marauders led the Cortez Colts by a score of 14-0. Let's move on to second quarter action. 10:20 left to go, and a first throwing touchdown of the game. This one, Simmons finds Brewer for 10 yards, and the touchdown pass, and the Kadera extra point was good. And as the game went on, still second quarter action, Mingus would increase their lead with 5:37 left to go. A blocked punt by Gregson. What a great job getting into the backfield. And the punt attempt was up. In fact, he stutter stepped and tried to go the other way. Gregson coming around, makes the block. Clean block, did not hit the punter, had a blocker downfield with him.
And the presence of mind to pick it up and run, not just jump on it.
Right. Which is fantastic. I mean, especially for a lineman. Linemen go ball.
Yeah, right. Ball, yeah, jump on it.
Ball, absolutely. Mingus,
I like pigskins.
No kidding. Mingus misses the extra point on the bad snap, and it was 27-0. And then with 3:24 left to go, Mingus would score for their last time in the first half, and a 50-yard keeper by Simmons as he scrambles off the left side.
Nice one.
The Colt defense absolutely bit on the fakes, the two fakes, and he found himself way open on the left-hand side for the 50-yard touchdown.
It's basically an unfried pork rind, right?
Right.
Unfried pork rind. Yeah.
How does it hold air?
Well, hey, so the Mingus Brothers, a couple things here tonight. First of all, I don't think they're happy with their offense. Every time we see Coach Young on the sideline, doesn't look happy. He's winning by 30 points.
Right.
I think he feels like his offense isn't moving the ball as fluidly as they should, and defensively they just gave up points to Cortez. I know he's not happy about that in the locker room.
Well, we talked about the possibility of a breakaway, but that was actually a drive.
They drove down the field.
Right.
Now, they did have a personal foul that moved it 15 yards closer. You bring that back, and that field goal probably doesn't even happen.
Right. It was good from 25, may have had the distance from about 32.
Yeah, at best.
Right.
Yeah.
But still, a field goal. We don't see those often.
No. And last year we shut these guys out, you know, so they've gotten a little better, apparently. They're able to move the ball a little bit and kick a field goal and put some points on the board, something that they weren't able to do last year. And we'd like to see this program, you know, I mean, we don't have any ties to it or anything. We'd like to see this program come along. They've been beaten down so badly over the years. Like you mentioned earlier in the game, they won last year for the first time in 4 years, you know, so it makes you feel a little better about getting a win. But we'd like to see this program, I mean, if not, they're not going to have a football team before too long.
No, they'll just use the field for soccer.
Yeah, and track and everything else that comes with it.
Right.
Yeah.
They got a heck of a soccer program.
Soccer. Yeah. Australian rules football. Yeah. All right, fans, let's take a quick break here. This is halftime. It's 33-3. The Mingus Brothers with the lead over the Cortez Colts. We are at Cortez High School just south of Metro Center, and we'll be back for more of the halftime show coming up right after this.
So many familiar faces.
Enjoying great Sears prices.
Sears Hometown Stores, where you'll find that great Sears quality and new Sears availability at the lowest prices guaranteed. We're like your father's Sears store, but a whole lot more. If it's not on our shelf, it's right here online, and we'll have it delivered to your front door. Plus, we have the largest selection of home appliances in the industry, including the top 10 national brands. Sears Hometown Stores, we're in your neighborhood.
Your life, it's all out in front of you. Your future, wide open. Come and get it. Degrees that transfer, programs that train for jobs. Yavapai College. Life explored. It's a big world. So many places to go and things to see. Experiences you've dreamed of. They can all start close to home. Degrees that transfer, programs that train for jobs. Yavapai College. Life explored.
Two things we can count on every year.
A new set of tax rules and great weather here in northern Arizona.
Jackson Hewitt Tax Service, locally owned and operated by Lewis Rice since 1997, is here for you all year long.
Your neighborhood Jackson Hewitt Tax Office will help you in all of your taxing situations.
Electronic filing is always free with your tax preparation at Jackson Hewitt Tax Service.
Get more in return. Call 1-800-234-1040 for an office near you.
Verde Valley Connections is your source for primary medical care.
Verde Valley Connections is here for you.
We're taking new patients every day. Just give us a call and we'll set you up with an appointment, or stop in and we'll try to work you in.
We'll take the time to get to know you.
And if you need a prescription, our pharmacy is right here in the lobby.
Whether you're new in town or just don't have a primary care connection,
Verde Valley Connections is here for you.
Call 634-2236 and ask for Connections.
Each year, the faces change, yet the will to test one's passion remains the same. A courage that fosters a sense of pride in each of us. Keeping that pride strong and healthy is our job.
That hurts a lot, huh?
World-class therapists, nurses, and orthopedic surgeons focused on keeping our athletes in the game. From prevention, diagnosis, treatment, and the latest in non-invasive surgical techniques, you can feel confident that we're on the sideline, ready when you need us.
Back at Cortez High School, the Marauders on top, 33-3 over the Cortez Colts, and we got some scoring updates for you. Some games that the Mingus Marauders are interested in because their opponents are playing. And you mentioned earlier our schedule went 7-3 last week. That's a pretty darn good week for Mingus.
Yeah, that is a fantastic week, and two of the teams that lost played two other teams on our schedule.
Right.
Otherwise, who knows? We could have even done better than a 7-3, which works out great. I mean, Mingus jumped from number 8 in the seeding all the way up to number 4.
Yeah, 2 playoff games
now,
at home.
We do want to let people know that they have changed the whole PowerPoint structure.
Oh.
They have now gone with a strength and rating structure, which is extremely
well, most
similar.
people out there are going to know this, Jackie.
What's that?
Most people out there are going to know this.
Of course they are.
It's a Mingus rule.
Right. Well, that's
the
a
Mingus
good point.
rule.
But it's very similar to the Max Preps rating system,
right?
With strengths and points. So right now you got Blue Ridge 1, Sholo 2, Monument Valley with, well, they're 4-0. They're number 3. Mingus at 3-1 is number 4, followed by Coolidge, Seton, Buckeye, Winslow, Empire, and Australia Foothills rounding out the top 10. Now more of the emphasis is put to the win-loss record as opposed to who you're playing and all of that good stuff.
And that's because of the Mingus volleyball team last year that got not into the playoffs. They weren't eliminated, but they were kept out of the playoffs because they played one less game than other teams, and they should have made it to the playoffs. They said, wait a minute, there's something flawed here. A professor from ASU looked at the way the AIA was putting together its PowerPoint and said, yeah, this doesn't work. And now they've gone, like you said, to the Max Prep style, and it's the Mingus rule. You can't shoot a shot in basketball with under 0.3 of a second on the clock. You know why? It's the Mingus rule. It's how we lost the state championship back in '93 or '4.
I remember that well. I do. I remember that well. Well, Jay, how does it look from up top, sir?
Oh, man. Well, it looks good. I mean, Mingus is doing a... If it weren't for the penalties, either side, I mean, a lot of big penalties tonight. So
they're collegiate penalties.
Yes, they're collegiate penalties. Yes. I know, almost scares me about watching the games on Sunday. So, but you know, you got to give the refs a break. They're down there watching it live. So, but it looks pretty good. Mingus is doing what they have to do. Yeah. I mean, I think those 3 points. I think Young is.
Yep.
He's not going to be
one less chair in the locker room tonight.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Yep. Yep.
Oh, Jay, big things are happening down at Sears as well, huh?
Man,
you guys already had your Labor Day sale, and now you're on to bigger and better things.
You know what? This week they've got a great sale going on. You've got up to 40% off on appliances, 25% on Kenmore appliances. They're celebrating the 100th anniversary of Kenmore, okay? Wow. Now, that's like when the first wood washboard was put out by Kenmore.
No, it's American product?
It's American product. Yes, it is. So, I mean, Kenmore, Sears has just got a great thing going on. They've, 40% off of wall ovens up there, 35% off of other the freestanding ranges, 25% off all other Kenmore appliances. I mean, it's good. It's really good. The top washers, top low energy saving washers are just outstanding. Great deals going on those. They've got a set a washer and dryer with your Sears card, $424.99 each. And it's a great deal. You're getting good stuff.
Tomorrow would be a good day to get in there for that.
Huh?
Tomorrow would be a good day to get in there for that.
Yes, let's see. Yes, tomorrow. I do work tomorrow. Yes, so it will be a great day to come in. Yes.
Yeah. Now, of course, that is Saturday, the 22nd.
Saturday the 22nd.
So if you're watching this on Tuesday, you got to wait till next week.
You can always come in and see me on Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. We'll take care of you over there.
Every day.
Yeah.
All right, Jay, my number one question here is what is the percentage off on lug nut wrenches?
Yeah, I hear you need at least one.
Yeah.
One would
we need two.
You know what? You probably. I heard you have one in your garage
But just in case I can't find that, do you sell them?
You know what? I'll get you one, Jackie. I will make sure we get one in the back of your truck for next week. All right? That'll be my gift to you.
I appreciate it.
A four-way, would that
That'll be great.
You know what we should do?
What's
we
that?
can get an air compressor from Sears for you.
Yeah.
All right. Now you can buy this, of course.
Okay.
An air compressor from Sears with a nice hose and an impact wrench. Okay. Now we actually do sell the 19.2 volt impact wrenches.
Yeah.
You could try that.
Wow.
You know that'll save you a little. So why don't we go that route?
With the air compressor.
Nice.
Yes, that Jackie buys.
Right.
Yes.
No,
you come see me tomorrow.
He's used
the
to
22nd.
All right.
All right, fans.
In my truck too.
We've got some scores for you.
We do.
From high school games. Blue Ridge is leading Holbrook. Shutouts. It's all shutout city tonight.
It is.
Except for us. Blue Ridge up 40-0 over Holbrook. We've got Flagstaff leading Tuba City 41-0. Sholo leading Payson 32 to, come on guys, nothing. And Bradshaw Mountain over Chino Valley 27-0. So it's shutout city tonight except for this game.
And that ain't nothing.
3. Cortez has one less chair. We gave up 3 points, and we'll be back
It's
for
only three-legged.
the second half.
Yeah, it's three-legged.
Coming up after this, fans. We'll be right back. Thanks.
It's nice to see so many familiar faces.
Enjoying great Sears prices.
Sears Hometown Stores, where you'll find that great Sears quality and new Sears availability at the lowest prices guaranteed. We're like your father's Sears store, but a whole lot more. If it's not on our shelf, it's right here online, and we'll have it delivered to your front door. Plus, we have the largest selection of home appliances in the industry, including the top 10 national brands. Sears Hometown Stores, we're in your neighborhood.
Marauders fans, take note. Renegade Steakhouse is the place to enjoy good food, good friends, and good times. From Wrangler's Prime Rib to Cowboy Caviar, and from Cactus Fries to Cowboy Burgers, it's all here waiting for you. I'm Ty Stite, inviting you to visit us at Renegade Steakhouse, where we do things with a style all our own.
Your life, it's all out in front of you. Your future, wide open. Come and get it. Degrees that transfer, programs that train for jobs. Yavapai College. Life explored. It's a big world. So many places to go and things to see. Experiences you've dreamed of. They can all start close to home. Degrees that transfer, programs that train for jobs. Yavapai College. Life explored.
This has been the Sears Halftime Report. Can you name the top 10 national appliance brands available at your hometown Sears? Ready, set, go! Or cheat and visit your Cottonwood Sears in the Food City Shopping Center and ask about their price guarantee. If you were at the stadium, you'd be rushing back to your seat right now because half number 2 is getting ready to start. Exciting Mingus Marauder football will return right after this.
2 things we can count on every year.
A new set of tax rules and great weather here in northern Arizona.
Jackson Hewitt Tax Service, locally owned and operated by Lewis Rice since 1997, is here for you all year long.
Your neighborhood Jackson Hewitt Tax Office will help you in all of your taxing situations.
Electronic filing is always free with your tax preparation at Jackson Hewitt Tax Service.
Get more in return. Call 1-800-234-1040 for an office near you.
Back at Cortez High School to start the second half of play. The Mingus Marauders will have the ball to start the second half, comfortably ahead here, 33-3 at halftime. That will send Tyler Herndon and Brendan Kitchen deep to return for the Mingus Marauders, and we'll see the Colts kick off for the first time. They would have kicked off in the first half, JB, because they kicked the field goal, but it was right at the buzzer to end the half, and that's how we went to the locker room with the Colts on the board with a field goal, 33-3. The Mingus Marauders are leading here on shutout night.
Well, not a lot of offense for the Mingus Marauders. They've got 64 yards throwing the ball, 75 yards rushing the ball, only 139 yards in total offense for the Marauders, but it does equate to 33 points.
Right. And the Marauders set to return as we get ready to start the second half of play from Cortez High School. Colts ready to kick off. It looks like the kicker is going to be number 31, I think. And they go onside, and it bounces off a Marauder, and it's still loose, and then it's like Longfellow came up with it. Might have been 32 or 3. It's hard to tell. No, it's 31. We don't have a name. First down and 10, Mingus. The ball is finally gathered up at around the 37-yard line, where it will be first down and 10, Mingus, with their first possession of the second half. Oh, hey, you got his number over here. It's Roberto Valenzuela, the kicker.
Man, there with the call.
Good job, JB.
It's the only thing I've done right tonight.
And the Marauders will start their first drive of the second half from the shotgun. Here's the snap. Pitch coming to the right-hand side to Watkins. We got flags flying. Watkins on the loose to the right side. Watkins through a hole and into the secondary and finally knocked out of bounds. Oh, little extracurricular push. And here's the second flag. See, that's what you do. After you throw your first flag and then there's another penalty, you throw your hat. So that guy's really into the action. He threw his flag. He threw his hat. He's got to run way back down here to the other side of the field to get his flag. That's going to be for a late hit out of bounds. This one I'm not sure about. They let the play go.
Right.
So you imagine that it's going to be something that the Marauders are going to be able to capitalize on.
What happens if you have to throw a third flag?
Man, I don't know, but I guess you take off your belt or something. Maybe you throw your shirt. Hold your hand in the air. Grab your buddy's hat. I don't know. If you
right, you grab your buddy's hat.
Three flags, somebody's getting ejected. That's just the way it works.
Well, you know, if they had those tearaway pants for shorts.
Right.
Yeah. Then you could throw those, right?
That looks like that could be getting ugly. Oh, that's false start on Mingus.
I think it was an illegal procedure, but just the same. So, question is, does it nullify that?
Yeah.
And nullifies the second flag?
The play never happened.
Right. So
why not blow your whistles and stop it? Instead of let them run down the field and get hurt. These are collegiate officials, you said. So
right.
It makes perfect sense to me. I've been watching the NFL the last couple weeks.
Not the same officials.
Oh.
Not at all.
Oh. So, Watkins was knocked out of bounds around the 35-yard line of Cortez, and the penalty flag, 5 yards against Mingus, will back them up to their own 30.
Yeah, that makes it an expensive penalty. Only 5 yards in the stat books.
Here's a snap, and it's going to be Simmons again breaking a tackle. Simmons cuts it to the middle, and he's going to have, oh, here comes another flag from this time deep in the defensive secondary. And Simmons had a gain of about 8 yards on the carry out to the 37 or 8 yard line. The flag came from the back judge way back behind the play. And it makes you wonder if he's got holding. He does. Holding on Mingus. That'll back him up.
Now they're going to do it from...
Looks like they're going to do it from where he was tackled.
Interesting. Okay.
Remains first down. But now it's first and about 17. Maybe even 18.
Well, Mingus frantically pushing the self-destruct button here on the first opening drive of the second half.
Yeah. Just underway, not even 30 seconds into second half action. It's already had a lot of action. First down and 17 now, and the Marauders fumble, and it's picked up by the Colts, and they're going to take it to the end zone. Touchdown, Cortez! Watkins coughed it up. The Colts pick it up and run it in for a TD. This will be a shocker to many when they see this score. Colts on the board for the second time in a row. Back-to-back scores by the Colts. And now 33-9, the Marauders lead.
Well, they've scored offensively and defensively.
I couldn't catch his number.
Payan picked the ball up, ran it back for the touchdown.
Payan's the kicker. It's 80. 80 was the guy.
80.
That's Saints.
That's Saints,
yeah,
okay.
Saints came up with the fumble and ran it in for a touchdown. Payan in to attempt the extra point. Good snap in. Oh, boy, it looked like the Marauders were going to have a chance to get on that one. But the kick is up and good. Zach Pelletier had the pressure, but the Colts on the board. The point after touchdown is good, and the Marauders lead. Shave to 33-10. We'll be back with the Marauder return after this.
Welcome to the Cottonwood Recreation Center. We would like to invite you to come on in.
Come on in.
Our whole team is here to help you get the most out of each workout here at the Cottonwood Recreation Center.
Back at Cortez High School, the Colts to kick off for the second time this quarter, and we've only played about 32 seconds or so of this quarter. Here's the kick. And it comes down to Kitchen at the 5. Kitchen stumbles, gets his footing again. Now he's going to run to the left-hand side. Caught from behind. Hold on to the ball, young man. And he does. Down at the 25-yard line. First down and 10, Mingus from their own 25. Well, it appears to me as if the Colts are ball hawking now. They're trying to strip it.
Why not?
No, yeah, absolutely.
Absolutely, why not? Earlier this season, Buckeye, who is also in the top 10 for Division IV, beat this same Colts team. It was the first game of the season. 54-7 was the score of that one.
Yeah, they're way ahead of that now. They got 10. They're in double digits probably the first time all season.
No, second.
No, second. First down and 10, Mingus, high snap. Simmons comes up with it, tries to hand it off in the backfield. I think it's Herndon. And, man, that play looked ugly to begin with. Everybody was all in the same spot on both teams. All 22 guys just followed the ball, and looked like Simmons and Herndon ran into each other. That one, I'd just throw that one out. I don't like that play. You got to spread them out if you're going to run into them.
Yeah, that was very congested in the backfield.
It's a loss of about 4 yards.
I'm pretty sure when you drew it up with the X's and O's, it looked
he's
different.
Still running.
Yeah,
he's still running. Over there to Romanelli's Deli to get himself an Italian. Looking to run is Simmons this time to the right side. Simmons looking for a hole, and he'll have a good gain out across the 30, about the 32-yard line. We'll bring up third down and manageable, about 10, 12 yards on the carry. It's going to bring up third down and about, I'm going to say 3 here for Mingus.
All right, I do have a complaint.
Uh-oh.
I do. C.J. Kamara, if we can take a look at number 6 out there, is wearing these neon green shoes.
Yeah.
I think they're flags. Running flags out there on the field.
That flag's moving. From the shotgun, one man behind him. Simmons will hand off to that man behind him. It's Dakota Hanks breaking a tackle to the outside. Hanks with the first down. Still on his feet. Spun around and down at about the 42-yard line. It's a gain of 10 and a first down for Mingus. Haven't seen Hanks with the ball too much tonight.
No, they really haven't run up the middle with him not at all. But
no.
He had a reception earlier in the first half where he picked up really good yardage. 17 yards. Picked up a first down on that one as well.
First down and 10. Mingus approaching midfield at the 43-yard line. Here's a snap, and they're going to hand to Herndon, sweeping to the near side. Herndon with blockers out in front. He's got a first down, still on his feet, taking the punishment to the defense and powers across the 45-yard line. And they'll be down about the Colt 44. First down carry that time. Mingus starting to show the ground game, the ground and pound here by the Mingus Marauders.
Well, that's what I expected to see a lot of from Mingus here tonight. Was a lot of running plays, but they really have more aerial plays than they do running plays.
Look at this kid, number 70. What's he, about 6'8" or so? It's huge. First down and 10, Mingus on the Colt side of the field. Here's the snap, and rolling to his left and looking to throw. Simmons has a man on the left-hand side. He's got it downfield. It's Hanks out in the open. Hanks with a first down inside the 25, down around the 23-yard line. First down and 10, Mingus. 3 plays for big gains in a row that time for Mingus. Their offense looking like they're starting to roll a little bit.
Well, it's almost like they go in stunts and spurts. I don't know if you've noticed that, Zach. They'll have 3, 4 fantastic plays in a row, and then a series or 2 where they just don't look like the same team.
It's like a dud on the 4th of July. First down and 10. Here's a snap, and they will hand to Herndon. Sweeping left-hand side. Herndon's got a first down, and to the sideline. He'll be grabbed and wrestled to the ground inside the 5. First down and goal. Mingus down around the 3-yard line. Another nice run by Tyler Herndon. Picks up 20 yards, and first and goal Mingus with 9 minutes left to go in the third quarter.
Good run out there by Herndon. He's got 7 carries, only 44 yards on the game.
Runners have played with a short field throughout most of the night. First and goal. Simmons in the gun. Gives it to Herndon again. Herndon going left-hand side, and he'll get to the corner easily untouched. Tyler Herndon takes it to the house, 39-10. The Marauders lead with the extra point attempt coming up by Cadera.
Well, a little more passion in that drive than what we saw in the first drive of the second half.
That was the drive that the halftime speech was about.
Well, Brandon Gregson, a good downfield block, even though it was already into the end zone.
Tanner Karen, the holder. The kicker is Cadera, Gilberto Cadera. Here's a snap, good hold. Kick is up, and it's good. The Marauders lead now 40-10 with 8:45 left to go here in the opening or in the third quarter of play. We'll be back with the Marauder kickoff coming up after this.
It's nice to see so many familiar faces.
Enjoying great Sears prices.
Sears Hometown Stores, where you'll find that great Sears quality and new Sears availability at the lowest prices guaranteed. We're like your father's Sears store, but a whole lot more. If it's not on our shelf, it's right here online, and we'll have it delivered to your front door. Plus, we have the largest selection of home appliances in the industry, including the top 10 national brands. Sears Hometown Stores, we're in your neighborhood.
Back at Cortez High School, here's the kickoff for the Marauders. It's up, it's deep, it's taken at the 5-yard line by Spinner. Spinner looking to go to the middle of the field. Spinner now trying to get it back to the near sideline, and down the sideline he goes, steps out of bounds at about the 21, maybe the 22-yard line. First down and 10, Colts from their own 22 this time, and the Marauder defense comes back out on the field.
Well, pretty decent run. He faked out most of the coverage team.
Yeah, well, when he went to cut it back to the middle that time, it looked like he's trying to get the coverage team to bite on him, taking it back to the middle, and then he quickly cut back to the left-hand side, but Mingus didn't bite, and they got him for a short gain. And remember, that's how we saw Flagstaff score last week on that reverse, on the kickoff. First down and 10 now. Colts with the ball. They're going to hand off, sweep to the right-hand side. Marauders defense sniffing it out, and they've got him for either no gain or maybe even a loss on the play. Looked like it was number 9 that time with the carry, Jeremy Spinner, and he didn't get very far and then got spun around and down. No gain. Second down and 10 now for the Colts. Still have 8:15 left to go here in this third quarter of play. 40-10, the Marauders lead.
Brewer on the tackle out there on the corner, and looks like they're actually going to give him a negative 1 yard on the run.
Yep. Oh, lost a yard, huh? Okay.
The yardstick keeps moving on us.
Austin Sherrill in the shotgun. 2 men in motion this time. Yeah, please. And finally the flags come out. This one's coming back. He's got a good gain, run to the right-hand side and knocked out of bounds over on the Marauder bench. But 2 backs in motion that time, and that's going to back him up for 5 yards, and it will remain second down, but now it's going to be second and about 16.
40 yards and penalties against the Colts. 5 penalties, 40 yards.
Wow. Illegal shift, I think is what he called, JB. It's good enough for me.
Absolutely.
Do you notice that guy over in the back? It must be the referee. Yeah, it's the referee. He's got a big yellow flag. He wants everybody to know when he throws his.
That is the head yellow.
The head yellow.
That is the head yellow.
Second down and 16 now. Sherrill in the gun. Man in motion from right to left. Takes a snap. Drops back. Looking to throw over the middle. He's got a man. Catch is made. And he's going to have a first down out across the 30 to the 33 or 4 yard line. Good catch that time. Getting up a little gimpy, but he got a nice reception and a first down. And it looks like that's probably the little guy there, number 5, Jordan Spinner with the reception.
Yeah, great job. He has no fear going across the middle. Now, Zach, I've noticed something. When they put that man in motion from the right side to the left side, going sideways, not going forward, but going sideways, that is a dead indication that they're going to try to throw the ball over the middle. I've seen that 4 4 different times when they have him
Here
in
he goes
motion.
from left to right this time. They'll fake the handoff and look to run left. Mingus all over it. It's Jordan Wellborn in the backfield making a hit for a loss. Nowhere to run that time. He got the ball and looked up, and there's big Wellborn jumping on him, and no gain that time. As a matter of fact, lost a couple of yards, and yeah, he's going to lose quite a few. Still trying to catch a number. Looked like it might have been Rashawn Whitaker with the carry that time.
I think you're right. They'll give him -5 on it. Another
Second
backward
down.
play for the Mingus Marauder defense.
2nd down and 15 now for the Colts. They're in a huddle, talking things over, clapping the hands, and to the line they go. 2 receivers on the left, 2 on the right. Quarterback in shotgun, man behind him, man in motion from left to right now, and they'll fake the handoff. Looking to throw over the middle again, and oh man, had it right in the hands of Spinner, who was out ahead of the Marauder defense. I'm not saying he beats them, but he would have had a big gain if he was able to hold on to the ball.
Eric Pierce on the coverage there, and he was definitely to the inside of him, and that's a ball you've got to hang on to if you're going to be one of those superstars. I'm sure he'll be disappointed with himself because he had a shot at 6.
Yeah, he did. If he caught that ball, it was just going to be a foot race. We've seen that the Colts have some speed.
Yep.
I wonder how their track team is.
Sherrill's got, he's 6 for 15, 79 passing yards.
From an I formation, fake the handoff, looking to throw. He's got a man wide open behind the Marauder defense, and he makes the catch. But they had to wait for it to get there, which slowed him up, and a big gain to the Marauder 28-yard line, but a flag back at the line of scrimmage.
Oh, man. Illegal
man downfield. Wow. Huge gain to the Marauder 28, and it gets called back for illegal man downfield.
Oh, man. Coach of the Colts, man, he is so disappointed at that.
Well, we see him walking along the sideline there. And if that's disappointment, that looks like he's used to it.
Well, maybe you saw it go downfield. It looks like the offensive line broke early. Seneca got burned on that play. He bit on the handoff in the run, came up, left his man. The safety couldn't get over in time.
Yeah, the only thing that saved him was that yellow. And it's a big one. I mean, they had the ball at the Marauder 28. Now they've got it at their own 24. It's a big change of field position, Jack.
Oh, my gosh. It's a 5-yard penalty, but really that's a 50-yard penalty.
Yeah, that's a 50-yard penalty from where the ball was after the catch. And now it's 3rd and about 20. Here's a snap. They fake the run. Quarterback's in trouble. Chuck it up again. And this one is up for grabs. And Pierce was the only man to see it. He made a break on it, but was unable to come up with it. Oh, now he had a flag. This might be roughing the passer on Mingus. Yep, we're going to have personal foul roughing the passer against the Marauders. That's going to be an automatic 1st down. So it goes from 3rd and 20 to 1st and 10.
62 penalty yards against the Marauders.
Wow.
That's a little hefty. You get 1 step before you can hit that quarterback.
Yeah, Wellborn, I think, had his ears pinned back, and he was just looking to hit him regardless.
Well, like I said, they put that man in motion sideways again, threw the ball downfield. It wasn't in the middle, but every time they put that man in motion, I have seen a pass play from the Colts.
They take Wellborn out. Looks like they took him out. 6 minutes left to go, 3rd quarter. Colts on the move once again after the Marauder penalty. They're going to try to run Whitaker to the right side, and Whitaker's bottled up and down for no gain. 2nd down and 10 now. Colts have the ball at their own 39-yard line, rather. They need to get to just about midfield for a 1st.
Whitaker's had a tough night so far tonight.
Yeah.
No yards on that carry. He's got three plays that have gone forward out of 9 carries here tonight.
Only a sophomore, not very big.
Well, he's got some time to grow, but hopefully he'll come back and stay with the program.
2nd down and 10 now. Sherrill in the gun, takes a snap, drops back 3 steps, fires left-hand side, and looks like he made the catch. Somebody make a signal out there. Thank you. Finally, the back judge comes in and says, no, that hit the ground. All the rest of the officials are kind of looking at each other. Makes you wonder if they got one of those little screen things that go hide under in the NFL games over here on the side. Well, hey, let's go look at the screen.
Well, that was definitely a short hop, and we have the instant replay here. Nick,
yes, we do.
Nick is in charge of it. Here, oh, look, we're going to get it, too. We're going to get to see the ball bounce. And the ball, does it get there? 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 Oh, short hop. No, it wasn't even a short hop.
No, it wasn't even a short hop.
That was a good 2 feet in front of him.
That's an in-betweener.
Yeah.
3rd down and 10. Quarterback to throw over the middle, and oh, boy. We have a big hit by Andrew Garcia, and he was head hunting on that one. That's going to cost the Marauders 15 yards and a 1st down. Looking to see it might have been Spinner again. They got jacked up on that play. Andrew Garcia came over and just chopped them off about the shoulders and trying to see, oh, it's number 9, so it's not Jordan Spinner, it's Jeremy Spinner that got taken out that time. And the Marauders, like you said, we're approaching 100 yards in penalty yards.
I know. In fact, let me check here. The Colts have 108 yards of offense from the line of scrimmage. Mingus has 77 yards in penalties.
Twice the Marauders have had them in 3rd and long and given them a 1st down via personal foul penalty on this drive. 1st and 10 from the Mingus 45. Colts starting to feel good about themselves. Here's your man in motion, and they're going to hand it to him. Trying to sweep to the left-hand side. Here come the Marauders. Garcia comes in and smashes them for no gain and a loss of 2. Well, Garcia had a bad play on the last one. This time, he made a tremendous play, and it looks like the ball carrier's hurt. Let's take a timeout. We'll be back to Cortez High School. 4:43 left to go, 3rd quarter. 40-10, the Marauders lead. We'll be back after this.
Each year, the faces change, yet the will to test one's passion remains the same. A courage that fosters a sense of pride in each of us. Keeping that pride strong and healthy is our job.
That hurts a lot, huh?
World-class therapists, nurses, and orthopedic surgeons focused on keeping our athletes in the game. From prevention, diagnosis, treatment, and the latest in non-invasive surgical techniques, you can feel confident that we're on the sideline, ready when you need us.
Back at Cortez High School, Jordan Loggins was the ball carrier that time on the sweep. He got drilled by Andrew Garcia. Stayed on the field for a minute, got up under his own power. Looks like it's a right rib that he's nursing on the sideline. 2nd down and 12 now for the Colts. Man in motion from left to right this time. They'll fake the handoff. Quarterback looking to run, and he's hit it down. Gregson not buying the fake that time. Jumped all over Austin Sherrill for a big sack all the way. I'm not sure that's a sack. I think he's going to run all the way back to the Colt 47-yard line, and it brings up 3rd down and close to 10 here for the Colts.
Great job by Gregson. He was coming in. He broke free. And just found himself face-to-face with the quarterback.
He said close to 10. It's close to an extra 10. It's actually 3rd down and about 18 or so here. It's been one of them nights.
Oh, it is. It's not a good math night.
Here's a snap and looking to throw under pressure again. Flags come flying. That'll be holding. Catch made and breaking a tackle, and now being spun around the original line of scrimmage. It's going to be a gain of about 9 yards, but we've got a hold way back around the 40-yard line. Oh, chop block. That's even worse.
Oh, man.
On the Colts, and that'll back them. If the Marauders, well, this will be a, see what they do here. They might look to decline it.
Force the 4th down, or?
Yeah, force a 4th down. Now they're going to take it. This is big-time yardage.
It is
personal
deep.
Foul chop block, and yeah, they're going to mark it off from where the flag took place, which is the 40-yard line. Then they're going to back them up 15 from there. So this is a huge loss from where the penalty took place. Moves the ball all the way back to the 25-yard line. So that's 25, 30, 40. It's going to be 3rd down and 40 for the Colts.
Wow. And when you take into consideration they would have had a 9-yard gain, that's like another 34-yard swing. They've almost had 100 yards in penalty swings in the last 2 penalties.
No doubt. 3.5 minutes left here in this 3rd quarter. Quarterback under pressure again. He'll throw it again. High, has a man. Oh, but he's hit immediately and down by Brewer. And Mingus was just playing that kind of defense. Yeah, we'll give you a 10-yard out, but you're not getting 40.
No. Well, there aren't too many 40-yard plays in the books.
Oh, I got some. Right back here on this page.
I got some. You know what?
I want to know why there aren't 40-yard plays in the book. Right? You get in that situation, we don't have a play for this. Well, why not?
It's called
fourth
punt.
Down and 35. Yeah, it's called punt, right. 4th down and 35. And the punter, I believe is Saints again, is in. And his snap is low, and Saints is on the run. And he's going to be tackled. Pelletier catches him from behind. And down at about the 25-yard line is where the Marauders are going to start this drive. 1st and 10 from the Colt 45. 2:40 left to go, third quarter. The score is 40-10. Mingus with the lead.
Well, bad snap. Real bad snap out there. And great job by Saints to pick it up. I mean, the only thing you could have done with that is run with it. Able to pick up a few yards.
Or maybe throw it if somebody released downfield. But, yeah, he didn't have any chance there. Pick it up and do what you can.
Actually, it would have been better if he threw it downfield and threw it away. They would, the line of scrimmage.
Wouldn't have lost all that yardage, sure.
Yeah.
1st down and 10. Marauders with the ball from the 25-yard line of the Colts. Pitch out of the backfield, going to the left-hand side to Hanks. Trying to beat a man to the corner, and he's going to be caught from behind. Dive forward on the Marauders sideline, and he gets back to the line of scrimmage where it's 2nd down and 10. That was just a straight-out pitch left.
It was, except he had one man to beat. Defensive end dropped from his position and raced Hanks to the sidelines and was able to
Marauders have most of
keep
their
with him.
starters in the game still. 2:10 left to go here in the third quarter. Oh, now we're starting to see some different numbers coming in. Man in motion. Handoff is going to be a pitch to Herndon on the right side. Herndon trying to get to the corner. Herndon down the right sideline, and he'll dive forward for a gain around the 20-yard line. Looks as where they're going to mark him down. Should be a gain of 5 and bring up 3rd down and 5 here for the Marauders. Clock running. He got down inbounds. That was a big play.
Well, Herndon's had back-to-back 100-yard games. Trying to get a 3rd, except he's only about halfway there.
Ooh.
54 yards on 9 carries
Most
so
of it in
far.
this half. Third down and 5 as the Marauders head back to the line of scrimmage. Herndon in a wing position on the left-hand side. Hanks in the backfield right next to Simmons. Herndon in motion now. And they're going to give it to Herndon again on the right side. Herndon up the middle. He's got a hole. Herndon running over a corner inside the 10. He's down at the 6. And that guy he ran over just kind of got bottled up in his feet and brought him down, and it was a spinner that time. However, another long gain by Herndon. He's got 15 more and a 1st down and goal for the Marauders. Looks like Felix Vera may have been the player with the block out there on that outside for him.
Pretty decent job by the corner of the Colts just to hang on to the ankles. I thought Herndon was going to run completely over him.
1st and goal. Hanks in the backfield. Man in motion is Kitchen. Hand off to Hanks to the right side. Hanks lowers his head, and he is going to be just shy of the goal line. 2nd down and goal from inside the 1 here for the Marauders. 43 seconds left in the quarter. Let's see when they spot the ball. Looks like the Marauders are going to have to run another play here before the end of the quarter. I'm sure they'd rather not. Back to the line with 28 seconds left. 2nd down and goal, Mingus. Herndon and Hanks split in the backfield. Awaiting the snap from the gun. Handoff to Herndon to the right side. Into the end zone, untouched. Touchdown, Mingus. 46-10 with 15 seconds left to go in the third quarter. And the Marauders bring out the point after touchdown team. Alberto Carrera in to attempt the extra point.
Well, the points get in the third quarter.
And Herndon's got another touchdown. Cadera to kick. Karen to hold. Kick is up. Kick is good. I'll tell you what, Cadera's done a nice job. 47-10, the Marauders lead with 15 seconds left, third quarter. We'll be back after this.
Verde Valley Connections is your source for primary medical care.
Verde Valley Connections is here for you.
We're taking new patients every day. Just give us a call and we'll set you up with an appointment, or stop in and we'll try to work you in.
We'll take the time to get to know you.
And if you need a prescription, our pharmacy is right here in the lobby.
Whether you're new in town or just don't have a primary care connection,
Verde Valley Connections is here for you.
call 634-2236 and ask for Connections.
Back at Cortez High School, and Marauders set to kick off once again. 47-10 is the score after the Herndon 1-yard touchdown run. Here's the kick. It's taken by Spinner at about the 8. Spinner to the left-hand side of the field. Now he reverses, cuts it back to the middle of the field, and now he breaks through the Marauders, and down the left sideline he goes. Finally caught and down rather viciously out at around the 44-yard line. Wow, nice move. He got a hold, broke through that Marauder return team, and ended up with a very nice return. They're marking him at about the 41.
What incredible vision that kid has in all of that traffic to find that hole. He literally ran through a left arm tackle and a right arm tackle.
I'm watching my man Manny Diaz coming off the field. He comes off, he puts his helmet down, he drops to his knees, he rolls down, he's laying flat on his back here at about the 45-yard line. I think these Cortez Colts, if nothing else, at the end of the night, they're going to say, man, Mingus hits hard.
Oh, well, no doubt about it, but Mingus has had that reputation for years.
Yes, they have. That's the end of the quarter, and we head to the 4:48 with the Marauders up 47-10. We'll be back with fourth quarter action from Cortez High School right after this.
Everybody knows that high school sports generate suspense, excitement, and drama.
They also generate higher grade point averages, stronger work habits, and greater self-esteem.
Everybody knows that high school sports give us more value for our entertainment dollar.
They also give us leaders committed to strengthening communities right here in Arizona. The true value of playing sports in school can't be measured in wins and losses or dollars and cents. Studies show that participation in sports, along with other extracurricular activities, is one of the best ways to teach leadership, cooperation, accountability, and other invaluable life skills. Don't just stand on the sidelines. Encourage the young people you know to get in the game. When you do, you'll be helping them get ahead in life. High school sports, a winning part of a complete education. This message presented by the Arizona Interscholastic Association and the Arizona Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
Back at Cortez High School, first down and 10. Colts starting from their own 42-yard line. Quarterback Sherrill in the shotgun. Man in motion from left to right. They'll fake the handoff to him. Drop back, look to throw. Pressure. He's got a man with a blocker out in front. Down the right side across midfield. And finally tackled by Brewer. And flags come flying in. What's that for? That can't be a hit out of bounds because he certainly had him inbounds.
Well, we got to see if he got a hold of the face mask.
They might have had a face mask. Personal foul against Cortez.
Ooh.
He was definitely in bounds when he hit him. That's what I thought he was calling for, a late hit out of bounds. He was definitely in bounds. This is on Cortez here, though.
So the pass will stay.
You're going to back him up 15 yards? Why did they back him up 10 on a personal foul?
Was an offensive hold?
He called personal foul. So it's almost a do-over. They move it back to the original line of scrimmage, and it's an old-school do-over.
An old-school do-over.
Yeah. Here comes Diaz. He's shaking off the sting from the last time he was on the field, and he's back in at a wide-out position on the right side. And they're going to look to hand off, draw, coming to the right-hand side, breaking a tackle, still on his feet and a first down. Finally hit out of bounds again. Marauders not taking any chances. Get him and hit him. Pearson Longfellow that time with the tackle, and getting up with a little hitch in his giddy-up that time is Jordan Loggins. And now it looks like he's going to pull a sock up and head back to the huddle.
Well,
good
still
carry,
12,
a first down.
Yeah, 12 yards in the first down, and the Colts find themselves in Marauder territory again.
Yeah, they're moving the ball a little bit here tonight. We are in the fourth quarter. 11:24 left to go here in this game. The Marauders on top, 47-10. And from the shotgun, Sherrill takes a snap, and he'll hand off to Spinner this time. Spinner trying to get to the outside. Spinner jumps over a guy laying on the ground and fumbles. And the guy laying on the ground jumps up and gets it.
See, that was a pass forward.
Well, and it goes for a gain of about a yard. 2nd down and 9.
Wow. Man, this looks like street football, man.
Yes, it does.
It looks like street football. Run this way, run that way.
And it's Troy Carter, I believe, that knocks the ball away.
So he'll get a strip, but Jordan Spinner will get the yardage.
Clock running, 2nd down and 9 from the Marauder 45. 10:39 left to go here in regulation time. Awaiting the snap from the gun is Sherrill. And he'll fake the handoff. And now he's hit as he throws and bounces it to his intended receiver. Brennan Kitchen gets through that time to provide the pressure for the Mingus Marauders. And bouncing up off the turf is the quarterback, Austin Sherrill.
Well, the man in motion breaks away and then becomes that kind of fallout receiver to either the right or left. Yeah, it's kind of just a release receiver, and he throws to him an awful lot. Zach, something I've seen is Mingus has left him pretty much open.
Huh. Wonder if they've seen that.
I would got to imagine they have. They've gone to it quite a few times.
3rd down and 9 now from the Marauder 45-yard line. Sherrill shouting out instructions to the back behind him. And now a drop back, 3-step over the middle. He's got a man, and in and out of his hands. And then in and out of the hands of Pierce, and it falls incomplete. That time intended for the little guy, Jordan Spinner, and he didn't come up with a catch that time. We haven't seen that too much tonight. He's been fairly sure-handed.
Well, you can say for sure this one was dropped twice.
Yes, it was.
Once, twice. Oh! Hit him on the helmet.
And then Spinner made the good play to make sure he stuck with Pierce that time because Pierce had a second chance to go after it, but Spinner was able to push him away from it.
Well, Spinner actually used his head. When Pierce came down, the ball, Pierce's arms and the ball hit the top of Spinner's helmet.
10:22 left to go. 4th down and 9 for the Colts from the Marauder 45. They'll go for it, being down 47-10. You'd expect nothing less. Fake the handoff, quarterback to throw. He throws, and it's almost intercepted again. I'll tell you what, Eric Pierce, young man, you need to get to the Stickum factory. Them balls need to start sticking them to your arms.
Well, Mingus will get the ball on a turnover, but, of course, Pierce wanted the interception.
Right.
This time he actually came up, and they pretended that he was open and came up and cut him off.
Yeah, and made a nice play on the ball, cut in front of the receiver, and almost came up with a pick. 10:14 left as the ball's turned over to the Mingus Marauders. Mingus heading out onto the field once again. It looks like he got some new numbers out there on that offensive line. Jake Hockman is in at left tackle here for the Marauders. Oh, looks like we have a new quarterback as well. Tanner Karen is in at quarterback. Hands off to Watkins, who goes right and gains a yard or two. Well, Tanner Karen has moved into the number 2 quarterback position because Micah Navarez is out with a hand injury, JB.
As we understand it, he played that way all last game against Flagstaff. I mean, I know there's a difference between being injured and being hurt, but you got to be able to tell the difference.
Right? Maybe it didn't hurt.
Yeah, maybe. Sometimes adrenaline does that.
Yeah. 2nd down and 8 for the Marauders. Tanner Karen in at quarterback now from the shotgun. He's got a man in motion, and Karen's going to keep it. Karen to the middle of the field will dive forward before being smothered at about midfield, which will bring up 3rd down and 5 now for the Marauders. Man, we got all kinds of new numbers out there, JB. We got a 21. We don't even know who that is. 48, Felix Vera is coming out onto the field. He's replacing 86, who we don't know who that is. In the backfield, looks like it's Brennan Kitchen in at a running back position. I think the other side is Jesse Rios. From the gun, Karen takes a snap. Handoff, Kitchen going right. Kitchen with a 1st down, still on his feet and finally brought down at about the 42-yard line. It'll be a gain of 8 and a 1st down for the Marauders. Well, Brennan Kitchen getting a little time in the running back position and gets a carry.
I like watching Kitchen run. He's got one speed when he has the ball. It is full speed.
Tyler Bond in at center here for the Mingus Marauders. Jake Hockman in there trying to catch some of these other numbers for you. Fans, let you know who's playing. First down and 10, and Mingus will hand off up the middle, and it's 32 with the carry. That's Levi Collins. Haven't seen him all year. He's a sophomore, 5'8", 175, and he's back to the line of scrimmage, no gain. Cordell McKeever's back in the ball game for the Mingus Marauders. Let's see who else we got in there. Can't see the right side of the offensive line. We know the left side and the center, but we don't know the right side of that line. Here's a snap, and Tanner Karen hands off up the middle. I thought he had it himself, but it looks like he handed off up the middle to Watkins, who got back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Bringing up third down now for Mingus.
Wish Tanner would have kept the ball.
Yeah, he had room to run.
Yeah, he did.
Well, the Marauders have certainly emptied out the bench here. Oh, here we go. Number 62 is the right tackle. That's Charles Novak. I can't see who the right guard is. Third down and 11 officially. And Karen's going to run this time to the right side. Karen slips a tackle. Still on his feet. The first down. He'll dive forward to the 30-yard line and a first down for Mingus. Nice carry that time by the young man, Tanner Karen, who hasn't had a whole lot of time. As a matter of fact, these are his first snaps on the varsity level. He did drop down and play quarterback in the JV game a couple of weeks ago. This time he's playing up here at the big boys, and he has the first down.
Well, he's been on the field as a receiver, especially early in the season.
First down and 10, Mingus. And they'll hand off to Kitchen going right. Kitchen lowers his head. He'll have another 5 or more. Oh, now we have a ball on the ground, and the Colts are saying they have it. See what the official says. The official says the Colts have it. Who came up with it? It looks like it might have been number 9. I'm not sure on that. It looked like it might have been Jeremy Spinner. Could have also been number 8, Jordan Loggins. Well, fumble and a turnover for the Marauders at the 26-yard line of the Colts. Could have even been number 6. It's hard to tell. 6:55 left to go, and the Colts take the ball away from the Marauders on a fumble, and they bring the offense back out on the field. Thing here is to see who's playing quarterback. I wonder if it's still Sherrill.
Sherrill comes back out on the field, doesn't he? No. That was 13.
Yeah, I'm not sure Sherrill's out there. I think number 7 is the quarterback right now. Well, no. No, he's going to roll and look to throw. And, hit by the Marauders. And you know what? It isn't Sherrill. It's a Spinner in at quarterback. It's number 5 in there.
So all that fight, though, and it's probably coming back.
Yeah, it's coming back for holding. Yep, Jordan Spinner had the carry, had about 5 yards, maybe a little less, 4 or so on the carry, but it's coming back for holding. And that'll make it first down and 20. Stops the clock also. 6:43 left to go here in the ball game. Colts have the ball, but now they're backed up, first down and 20.
Actually, it'll be like first and 23. It looks like the hold might have been about 3 yards deep.
Yeah, the hold was back behind the line. He marked it off from the spot of the foul. Well, the Marauder defense still has some familiar names out there, and that makes sense. We've got Mario Ruvalcaba up on the line. He's up there with Jordan Wellborn. Here's the snap, and Spinner still in at quarterback, and he's going to look to run the option. Pitches, and the ball is on the ground, I believe. And no, they're going to say, oh, wait, they're going to say that was a pass?
Wow.
A forward lateral? Ooh, whoa, we want to see that one again. They said incomplete. I'm pretty sure that was backwards. Here we go. We have a chance to look at it again for our fans at home. And that is a lateral. He threw the ball to the guy behind him. Stop the game. Hey, blow the whistle. Let's bring that guy up here. You with the white hat.
Well, it was right along that line of scrimmage, trying to watch that white chalk out there to figure out whether or not that was going in front of it. But one thing I will say is the line judge was looking right at it from the side.
5:35 left to go here, and they've brought Sherrill back in at quarterback. Drops back, looking to throw, looking left, throwing left, and it's tipped and incomplete. Looks like Garcia is the player that had a chance at it. It was above his head. He had to jump high, and it just went off his fingertips and incomplete. And it brings up third down.
85 passing yards out here tonight by Sherrill. He's 7 for 22.
3rd and 23 with 5:20 left to go. 47-10, the Marauders lead here on the road at Cortez. We'll be on the road again next week up in Flagstaff, so be sure to tune in here to AM 1600 KYBC, your powerhouse for Mingus Marauder football. Next week up in Flag, Coconino, that's an upper division team, JB, extra bonus points. Here's a snap and looking to throw. Sherrill's got time, pump fake, looks again, fires it down the field, and it's intercepted! The Marauders have it in a flag. No, it's just a marker to see where it was intercepted. Looks like it's Rios that comes up with it, and he's going to have a good return. Rios with the pick and a return of about 15 yards. They're going to mark him down at the Cortez 28-yard line. So that's a good return. Rios, I'm not sure the quarterback saw him. He just kind of baited him. Yeah, your guy looks open. Throw it. And that throw, and I mentioned that earlier about Sherrill, I don't like his arm. Lofted up there, and it takes forever for it to come back down. By the time it did, Rios was there for the pick.
He's just playing out there in a zone defense, and you're exactly right.
Hey, I think I might know who the right guard is. It's Andre May, the 6-foot, 190-pound sophomore. A man in motion for the Marauders is Javen Helsel, and they're going to have it to Karen's going to keep it himself. That's his name we haven't called. Another sophomore in there, Javen Helsel. Sophomore, 5'9", 170-pound running back. Haven't called his name all year. Running 86 in the field now for the Marauders. We're not sure who that is either. You know we're getting deep onto the bench where we're running guys out there we don't know who they are.
Well, they had to bring extra jerseys.
2nd down and 8 now. Karen in at quarterback. It'll hand off to Helsel. Got tripped up in the backfield. Looked like if he could have broke that tackle, he had a little room on that side, but he got caught from behind and brought down. Clock continuing to run here with 4:10 left to go in regulation time. I don't think we'll need any more, but we like to say that. 3rd down and 8 now for the Marauders.
Mingus has got 186 rushing yards on the game. Now, this Cortez Colt team came into tonight's performance giving up 470 yards to each offense they've seen.
Fumble, and the Colts get it. The Marauders fumble the handoff, and the Colts jump on it. It's number 10, Manny Diaz, that comes up with the turnover, the takeaway for the Colts. 3:47 left to go. And the Colts get it back on another Marauder turnover.
Looks like Levi Collins just did not quite get the ball.
You know, you wonder how much plays into this thing that Mingus knew they weren't going to lose. They're playing against a team that isn't as skillful fundamentally, maybe, as the Marauders. And I think Mingus is playing down a little bit tonight because we've seen some stuff that they haven't done all year. Here's Sherrill, takes a snap, looks to his right. He's got a man wide open, makes the reception, and now trying to fight off defenders and being swarmed over for not much of a gain. That time's number 8, Jordan Loggins. He's got a catch, a couple of yards, clock running. 3:30 and counting here at Cortez High School.
Well, Loggins caught that one, and then he kind of stiff-armed Kitchen, but Kitchen able to hang on to the shoelaces.
Held on to him. Yeah, you want to stiff arm me, I'll hold your leg till my buddies get here. You're not going to like it when my buddies get here.
Have you met my buddies?
Yeah. Well, 2nd down and about 6. 4 yards on the reception. Looking left. Pump fake, and the ball's loose. He dropped it. And chasing after it, and they're saying an incomplete pass.
They are saying an incomplete pass. He downed the ball to stop the clock.
Well, it didn't go forward.
Well, it kind of did.
Yep. 3rd down and 6. And the Colts are in the huddle talking things over. The incomplete pass that time stops the clock with 2:56 left here in the 4th quarter.
Well, it went
How do you
forward.
throw an incomplete forward pass that ended up 15, 20 yards behind them?
Well, footballs don't always bounce the same way.
No,
it hit on the nose and it bounced backward.
3rd and 6. Here's a snap. He's got it this time. Throws right side. Has a man. Made a catch. Runner defense right there on top of it. Kitchen makes the immediate tackle. And it's a short gain to about the 30-yard line. A gain of 2 and brings up 4th down and 5. Old spinner. Another one, JB.
Let's see how many catches he's had out here today.
I hear a little Rocky music being played from over on the far side, JB.
Yes.
Rocky from the city of brotherly love. Eagles will be in town this weekend.
That's right.
On the Cardinals.
It'll be a bird fight.
Yes, it will be. A scrap in the nest. 4th down and 5 now. Here's the snap. Sherrill, pump fake. Sherrill looking over the middle. He's going to throw it up, and there's nobody home. Well, that'll turn it back over to the Marauders. 2 minutes left to go here in the ball game. Mingus gets it back 1st and 10 from the Colt 30-yard line. I mean, conceivably, they could just take a knee, but if the Colts call timeout, it might backfire on them.
I believe that Sherrill, that pass downfield was the avoidance of a sack. The pocket had pretty much collapsed. See his shoes? I think those are flags every time.
Yeah. Looks like he should be playing for the Oregon Ducks or something.
No kidding, huh? Are you allowed to wear neon out there?
1st down and 10, Mingus with the ball. Tanner Carrot in at quarterback. Split backs, one to either side. Here's the handoff going to Helsel, and he's still on his feet and now finally being hit and brought down. Helsel will have a gain of about a yard. Brings up 2nd down and 9 now for the Marauders, and Mingus isn't so much worried about picking up yardage or even scoring for that matter. They just want to get this clock running and get out of here. 1:40 left to go in regulation time. The Marauders 2nd down and 9 from the 29-yard line of the Colts. Back to the line of scrimmage. Karen in at quarterback. He's got one back behind him this time. Here's a snap, and he'll hand off to that back who's going straight up the middle. I believe it's Watkins. Well, maybe not. He's got a 3 on his jersey. It might be that 32 kid again, who I don't know who he is. Yeah, it is 32. Whoever it is, he's got pretty decent size to him. Looks like he might be kind of a bruising type of running back.
Fullback.
Oh, 32. It's Levi Collins. We know who that is.
Yeah.
That's Levi. 5'8", 175 sophomore. Oh, it's 21 that we don't know who he is. And handoff up the middle of Collins again, and he's going to be short of a 1st down. You know, I mean, I guess it's a compliment. Kind of looks like Longfellow out there with the ball in his hands. Gets it, tucks it with both arms, lowers his head and shoulders, and just goes for what he can get.
That's the job of the fullback, is it not?
Yes, absolutely.
You're going to have that up the middle duties.
35 seconds left. The Marauders will have to run one final play here. 47-10 is our score. Mingus with the lead. They've got the ball at the 22-yard line of the Colts. Karen takes a snap, hands off in the backfield, and that play was doomed right from the beginning as number 40, Xavier Martinez, was in the backfield and nearly took the handoff himself. And the thing with that is that was 4th down. Right. So now the clock stops with 12 seconds left on the turnover of possession. So most likely 1, maybe 2 plays if they throw it here for the Colts. And the Marauders are about to go to 4-1 on the season with a big game against a former division conference rival, Coconino Panthers, next week.
Well, the Coconino Panthers have been playing pretty decent.
Pretty good.
Yeah, they've been playing pretty decent ball in Division 3. In fact, coming into tonight's game, they were number 14th in the seeding, 3-1 on the year.
Yeah, 3-1, pretty good. Who do they play tonight?
Trying to figure that one out.
Here's the snap, 1st down and 10. They hand off, and that's going to end the game. Handoff up the middle, no gain on the play. Ball carried by Whitaker that time, and that's going to end it. Final score from Cortez High School, Mingus 47, the Cortez Colts 10. Mingus goes to 4-1 on the season, and I'm not sure they'll be real happy about the way they played. They're going to love the idea that they won. We'll be back with the post-game report coming up after this.
Keep your vehicle on the road and running right for less with Reese's Tire in Cottonwood. The Reese's Tire Car Care Club card never expires, and you'll save almost $475 off car care services. For only $89.95, you'll get 4 free oil changes, plus discounts on brakes, AC service, batteries, and of course, savings on tires too.
Come into Reese's Tire and Auto and ask us about our Car Care Club card.
At 2435 East State Route 89A in Cottonwood.
Your local Taco Bell invites you to Live Moss.
Try the Doritos Locos Tacos today, made with a shell of real nacho cheese Dorito chips. Convenient hours, drive-through, and open late every night. Visit your local Taco Bell, located on the corner of Highway 89A and Cove Parkway in Cottonwood. Taco Bell. Live Moss.
Service, convenience, price. Taylor Waste is locally owned and voted #1 in residential garbage collection for the past 8 years in a row. And right now, new customers will enjoy 2 months free service with your switch to Taylor Waste. Add an extra container and take part in Taylor Waste's popular clean recycling program as well.
Hi, I'm Chris Taylor, owner of Taylor Waste. We're proud to serve our friends and neighbors with service tailored to your needs.
Each year, the faces change, yet the will to test one's passion remains the same. A courage that fosters a sense of pride in each of us. Keeping that pride strong and healthy is our job.
That hurts a lot, huh?
World-class therapists, nurses, and orthopedic surgeons focused on keeping our athletes in the game. From prevention, diagnosis, treatment, and the latest in non-invasive surgical techniques, you can feel confident that we're on the sideline, ready when you need us.
Back at Cortez High School, the Mingus Marauders with the victory tonight by a final score 47-10 over the Cortez Colts. And Jackie, this is a game that the Marauders, I think, probably feel that they should have had a lot more points than they actually did. And giving up 10 points to the Colts is way too much. This is a team they shut out last year. This is a team that doesn't score very much. And I think the Marauders, 47-10, that's great. We won. We're happy about that. 47-10, that's not what we were looking for down here.
No, not at all. Mingus did not look very sharp here tonight. Gave up a defensive touchdown, gave up a field goal right with no time left to go in the first half. So I'm pretty sure that Mingus isn't really pleased with the way that they performed here tonight, because I believe that if you take this performance, even though it's a huge win, you take this performance up to Flagstaff next week against the Coconino Panthers, and I don't think you get away with some of these mistakes.
No, and I think they'll be more fired up next week knowing they're playing against an opponent that could actually beat them. I think they really knew that they came down here tonight with no chance to lose, and I think that we may have seen a little bit of their performance in that here tonight.
Well, possibly so. I'm sure that Mingus is going to bounce back. Now, at the beginning of the game, one thing that, Mingus's offense wasn't showing an awful lot. Mingus was definitely holding their offense to certain plays, but not a whole bunch, and wasn't pushing the offensive playbook way too deep. But nonetheless, Mingus, well, you know what? We're going to take the win and move on to the Coconino game coming up next week. In fact, I was going to kind of go through Coconino. We had made mention that they've had a pretty decent season.
Coconino, former Grand Canyon Region Conference opponent.
Right.
And a payback game. This is our revenge game, one of our revenge games this year.
That is true. As the Panthers have come into tonight's game, they were 3-1. They beat Page 55-0. Their only loss came to Paradise Valley, who is ranked, I believe, 2 slots ahead of them, like 10th in Division 3.
Right.
And that was a 14-13 loss against Kingman, who is a Division 1 team. They ended up 21-14 with a victory, and then last week Lake Havasu shut them out 13-0 as Coach Bob Young sits on the bench going through his bus speech for the way home.
Yeah. He said, now who's got the pizza? You see Cottonwood City Councilman Jesse Dowling, the Cannon Man, down there with him.
Well, we're going to have to get him active in a couple of weeks.
And CMS coach Joe Wellborn also. CMS has been killing everybody, JB.
I know.
They are undefeated and most likely the favorite to win the championship this year.
In fact, you saw all 3 of them talking about who's going to follow Jackie's truck home tonight.
Somebody. I hope so.
Yeah, probably so. Well, the Colts here tonight put up 14 points against Arizona Lutheran Academy. Other than that, their 10-point performance here tonight, their second best performance in the 2010 season. And in fact, by the scores, we can tell it's also their first field goal of the season as well.
It was a short one, but effective.
Absolutely, with no time on the clock. I mean, that's exactly what you needed. If that was fourth quarter and the game was on the line, boom, it was there.
Kick it and run to the end zone.
That's right.
Kick it and run to the locker room. That's what that was.
Very quick. Very quick. Mingus, of course, victorious here tonight. Not a lot of yards, and we'll get into some of those stats here in just a little bit. But, a win is a win is a win.
4-1 is a good feeling.
Oh, absolutely.
Last year it wasn't feeling too good at this point.
No.
Well, after this game, we were feeling pretty good.
But nonetheless,
the record wasn't feeling too good.
Nonetheless, there are still some pretty stiff competition on the Mingus Marauder schedule. We still have Coconino coming up next week.
Right.
Payson is coming to town.
Payson was getting smashed last we heard, 32-0 to Sholo.
Right, exactly. But Payson comes to town, and I believe that is going to be youth football night at Mingus Union High School. Then we're going to be away at Prescott and away at Snowflake. So 3 of our next 4 games, I think, are going to be relatively decent competition.
Which is good.
Payson
That's what we want.
Step it up, too.
That's what we want. We want to play good teams towards the end of the season just so that the Marauders can get ready for the playoffs. You don't want to play teams like Cortez. You don't want to play teams like Chino Valley and stuff like that at the end of the season because you end up playing games like this where you look a lot uglier than your football team really is.
Absolutely.
All right, fans, let's take a quick break right here. This is the post-game show. The Mingus Marauders win tonight by a final score of 47-10 over the Cortez Colts. We'll be back to Cortez High School after this.
Welcome to the Cottonwood Recreation Center. We would like to invite you to come on in.
Come on in.
Our whole team is here to help you get the most out of each workout here at the Cottonwood Recreation Center.
Marauders fans, take note. Renegade Steakhouse is the place to enjoy good food, good friends, and good times. From Wrangler's Prime Rib to Cowboy Caviar, and from Cactus Fries to Cowboy Burgers, it's all here waiting for you. I'm Ty Stite, inviting you to visit us at Renegade Steakhouse, where we do things with a style all our own.
Verde Valley Connections is your source for primary medical care.
Verde Valley Connections is here for you.
We're taking new patients every day. Just give us a call and we'll set you up with an appointment, or stop in and we'll try to work you in.
We'll take the time to get to know you.
And if you need a prescription, our pharmacy is right here in the lobby.
Whether you're new in town or just don't have a primary care connection,
Verde Valley Connections is here for you.
Call 634-2236 and ask for Connections.
Would you rather recycle like this or like this? Clean Recycling processes over 95% of the materials collected as opposed to under 20% with other processes. Just add a recycling container and your recycling materials end up recycled instead of in the landfill. Just one of the many reasons Taylor Waste has been voted #1 for the past 9 years in a row.
Hi, I'm Chris Taylor, owner of Taylor Waste. We're proud to serve our friends and neighbors with service tailored to your needs.
Back at Cortez High School, final score 47-10. The Mingus Marauders with a victory over the home Cortez Colts here. Mingus now 4-1 on the season and looking pretty good, Jackie. Mingus Marauders are starting to get things rolling in the right direction. Got some good games coming up.
Oh, certainly so. Coconino on the road next week. We're looking forward to that one. As you made mention, a payback game as the Panthers beat the Mingus Marauders last year and hadn't done so in quite a few years, and they pull out a victory. Mingus wants to get that one back on the winning track, more Grand Canyon-ish. Certainly
already beat Flag.
Right. Well, so we're on our way, right?
Yeah.
And we beat Chino and we beat Prescott Valley, so a win over Prescott gives the Mingus Marauders the Yavapai Cup.
Right.
Those games are coming up, right?
Right.
Still have to find a Yavapai Cup.
Flag and Cocoa are in Cocoa, though.
Right. Well, that's true. So would we have a Cocoa Cup?
I like Cocoa Cups with marshmallows.
All right. Well, on to the scoring in this game. Mingus scored first, but it took him Took him a few minutes. 5:12 left to go in the first quarter, and Mingus got on the board first with Simmons going for a 1-yard dive across the plane of the end zone. Gets in. Kadira adds the extra point. Then with 35 seconds left to go in the first quarter, Mingus would score again a 9-yard touchdown run, and that put him up by 14 with the Kadira extra point. Second quarter action. 10:20 left to go. A 10-yard pass as Simmons finds Brewer wide open for the touchdown. Kadira adds the extra point. It was 21-0. Still second quarter. 5.5 minutes left to go. A blocked punt by Gregson. And the special teams defense getting on the board. The punter tried to shuffle and get out of his way. And Greg said, well, you're not going to get out of his way if he's going to get in front of you. Blocks it and returns it about 20 yards for the touchdown. And so we get a lineman score. Well, the good thing about a lineman scoring, lineman scores, then you get a lineman dance, right?
Yeah.
Or something along those lines.
Yeah, we have our cameraman down there dancing again tonight. That guy, he reminds me of that guy back on the, what's it called, the Gong Show.
I thought he was MC Hammer. He was MC Hammer.
He thinks he's MC Hammer.
Okay, all right, well, that works. Second quarter action, Mingus would score again here before halftime.
They got him. They're looking for him on camera.
3:24 left to go, and Simmons gets a 50-yard keeper. Nobody knew he had the ball until it was way too late.
Way too late.
Great block downfield. The punt by Kadira was no good. And so it was 33-6 at that point. And then with no time left on the clock here in the first half, the Colts get on the board a 25-yard field goal by Ramiro Payan. And it was 33-3. Threes were wild at halftime. Speaking of threes, third quarter action, and Mingus gives up the ball, turns it over, actually, and 11:18 left to go. A 23-yard fumble return by Saints, and all of a sudden, the Colts were coming back. It was 33-10.
Yeah, it was tightening up.
It was. Mingus had given up back-to-back scores,
yeah,
come to think
true.
of it. First score of the second half, last score of the first half. 8:45 left to go. Mingus would get back on the winning ways. A 5-yard touchdown run by Herndon, and that puts the Mingus Marauders up with the extra point by Kadira. It was now 40-10. Then as we get into third quarter action with only 15 seconds left, Mingus chooses to score again. Herndon his second touchdown in a row. This one a 1-yard touchdown run. Kadira got the extra point. It was 47-10. And then no scoring in the fourth quarter at all as the Colts not able to put another drive together. And Mingus changed out the offense a little bit.
Run the ball. Win the game.
Yes.
Run the ball, run the clock, win the game. That's old Marauder football.
That is definitely.
Just in case any of you guys out there under like 15 or something don't remember that, that's how we used to do it.
Under 15?
Yeah.
Well, I suppose, huh?
Yeah, well, they might not remember when we used to run the ball, run the clock, win the game.
Well, yeah, they were listening at 4. What do you mean?
All right, well, it's probably true.
I imagine so. They were at least in the truck while Dad was listening, right?
Right. No doubt. All right, so 47-10 was our final score here tonight. The Mingus Marauders with another victory, again on the road. Mingus has done a good job on the road so far this year. Haven't been there much, but when we have, we've come up with a couple of victories.
Certainly so. We're 2-0 on the road.
Yeah.
1-1 at home with, of course, our only loss to Lakeside Blue Ridge. Oh, that's right, 2-1. We've got road games coming up. In fact,
4 of our next 5 are on the road.
Yeah. What's up with that?
Kind of a crazy schedule. It's going to be fun, though.
Yeah, no, that's true. At least they're not like
really at least 3 of our next 4 are on the road is what it is.
Right. Oh, yeah, okay.
Yep.
Exactly.
Tonight's one of them.
Coconino, and then Payson, Prescott, and then Snowflake.
Right. And Prescott and Snowflake and Cocoa on the road. Payson will be at home. Not next week, the week after that.
Huh?
Yep.
Okay. I know we finished up the season with Camp Verde at home.
Camp Verde at home. That's the final game of the year. Yeah, and you were talking about payback games. We had a bunch of them this year. So far, so good. Blue Ridge should have beaten them. Another 3 minutes would have. Bradshaw beat us last year. We returned the favor. Coconino beat us last year. We're going to look to pay them back next week. Prescott beat us. Or no, they didn't. Snowflake beat us last year. We're going to look to pay them back as well. So Mingus has got a revenge games coming up here. The next one is next week up at Coconino, and see if the Marauders can come up with a big victory in that one.
Well, let's take a look at some of the stats from this one. The Mingus Marauders. Now, the Cortez Colts accustomed to giving up about 475 yards per game. Well, they don't quite do it here tonight. Mingus gets 276 yards total offense, 191 rushing, 85 passing, as Simmons goes 5 for 11, 85 yards, 1 touchdown. And the leading rusher for the Marauders, well, he didn't get 100 yards, 11 carries, 71 yards, and 2 more touchdowns for Herndon for the 2012 season.
It's not many teams that score 47 points on only 276 yards of offense.
No, that's true, but not a lot of teams are starting their first 2 drives from within the 10 either.
Or the 10, yeah.
Yeah, without a doubt. In fact, you can see it on the TV. That's where they started their drive, right under that big OU.
Yeah, right.
For the home Colts here tonight, well, they had a little trouble moving the ball. They end up with 122 yards of total offense, 89 yards passing, as Sherrill goes 8 for 25. He was intercepted twice here tonight. Only 33 rushing yards. And
I'm surprised they had that many.
Well, the Colts need to work on that offensive line, no doubt. They're having some troubles blocking, and you can tell when the runner breaks something, and it looks like he's way downfield. He's only like 2 yards downfield.
Yeah, it looks like he's been running forever, and he's got nothing for a gain.
Exactly, and there's no more blockers downfield to help him out. It is all white jerseys.
And I'll tell you what, the Marauder I think the Colts had some speed.
Oh, yeah.
They get the ball out to these guys at, not Sherrill, what's his name, the Spinner kid, and the Whitaker kid, and even like the Loggins kid. They get the ball to these guys. These guys are fast.
Right.
And they think, I'm going to get it, and I'm going to sprint to the sideline. I'm going to run down the field. Marauders, you sprint to the sideline, they got 3 guys waiting for you there.
Right. Well, that's because they're well trained. They stay home.
Right. Well, and they're fast. They can get sideline to sideline.
Speed makes up for an awful lot of mistakes, doesn't it?
Oh, it does, absolutely.
But a couple of times we saw here tonight the unplanned reversed. I'm going to sweep to this side. No, I'm not. I'm going to go all the way back to the other side.
For no gain.
And there was nothing there either. But it was a beautiful 60-yard sprint.
Yeah. And how many times did we see a big play be nullified by a big penalty and change the field by like 40 or 50 yards?
The Colts had a couple of them, and the Mingus Marauders, well, pushed the panic button themselves a couple of times. And
now it's looking like Chin Lee.
Where's the cricket?
Out.
Where's the cricket?
Yeah. I don't think they have crickets down here in Phoenix.
It's too hot.
All right, fans, let's take a break. We'll be back with the rest of the postgame show. Coming up from Cortez High School, 47-10, the Marauders win, 4-1 on the season. We'll be back with the postgame show after this.
Keep your vehicle on the road and running right for less with Reese's Tire in Cottonwood. The Reese's Tire Car Care Club Card never expires, and you'll save almost $475 off car care services. For only $89.95, you'll get 4 free oil changes, plus discounts on brakes, AC service, batteries, and of course, savings on tires too.
Come into Reese's Tire and Auto and ask us about our Car Care Club Card.
At 2435 East State Route 89A in Cottonwood.
2 things we can count on every year:
a new set of tax rules and great weather here in northern Arizona.
Jackson Hewitt Tax Service, locally owned and operated by Lewis Rice since 1997, is here for you all year long.
Your neighborhood Jackson Hewitt Tax Office will help you in all of your taxing situations.
Electronic filing is always free with your tax preparation at Jackson Hewitt Tax Service.
Get more in return. Call 1-800-234-1040 for an office near you.
Welcome to the Cottonwood Recreation Center. We would like to invite you to come on in.
Come on in.
Our whole team is here to help you get the most out of each workout here at the Cottonwood Recreation Center.
Verde Valley Connections is your source for primary medical care.
Verde Valley Connections is here for you.
We're taking new patients every day. Just give us a call and we'll set you up with an appointment, or stop in and we'll try to work you in.
We'll take the time to get to know you.
And if you need a prescription, our pharmacy is right here in the lobby.
Whether you're new in town or just don't have a primary care connection,
Verde Valley Connections is here for you.
call 634-2236 and ask for Connections.
Back at Cortez High School, final score 47-10. The Marauders with the win tonight. Got some other scores for you. Blue Ridge beats Holbrook tonight 54-0. Flagstaff over Tuba City 48-0. Sholo beats Payson, who's coming up here soon, 48-6. And then Bradshaw Mountain over Chino Valley 48-0.
Right, 47-10 here tonight. So, wow, a lot of 40 scores.
Yeah, a lot of zeros.
Yeah.
Hey, we should have had one.
Well, I know Mingus was certainly looking for one here tonight, but Cortez evades the shutout with a defensive touchdown and a field goal.
Speaking of defensive touchdown.
Yeah.
Marauders had one of those also.
We did. Gregson blocking the punt, had the wherewithal to bounce it to himself and then pick it up and run for it. And how many times as a lineman do you get a chance to actually score a touchdown?
Not many, because usually when the ball's laying there, you're looking for your fork. That thing looks good. But Gregson picks it up and runs into the end zone for a touchdown. And thus, we have to have Brandon Gregson as our Vinny's Pizzeria player of the game.
Ah, yes. Vinny's over in the Safeway Shopping Center in Cottonwood, and that lovely mug will go up on the wall so you can go over there and admire it.
That's not his picture we're putting up, is it? Yes.
According to Nick, it is. Yeah.
And here's the play again for our fans watching at home. Stutter step by the punter, and oh boy, it's all over there. Gregson, the clean block, never even touched the punter.
Nope.
And then picks the ball up and runs into the end zone touchdown. Mingus.
Right. And then great job. I mean, he had, what was that, Yeah, it looks like
Pelletier, yeah.
Pelletier running as his wingman, blocking the whole way, which is great. So Pelletier helps his buddy Brandon get the player of the game here tonight.
All right. We like to give it to a big lineman every once in a while.
Right.
We didn't get any pressure from the booth.
Nope, none.
And have Nick Yatsenko telling us, hey, I like the big guy. Got to give it to the big guy. We told him, said he's not that big. He says he wears a big number. All right, man. We'll go with that.
We were not coerced.
No.
Nonetheless. Well, Zach, it looks like our curfew is almost up.
Yeah. They're coming for us now. The lights are out, and they were sitting there clicking at their watch. All right, guys, time to go.
Do you see that? Mom's flashing the light on the porch.
Oh, yeah, I remember those days.
Oh, yeah, we got to go.
That meant run. All right, fans.
Where did you grow up?
Thanks for tuning out around here. Thanks for tuning in tonight. For Jackie Bessler, I'm Zach Colangelo. I'd like to thank all of our cameramen for doing a great job. Our executive producer, Ryan Nichols, and Nick Yatsenko back in the truck, who is our, not executive producer or associate producer?
He does all the replays.
Does all the stuff.
Yep.
All right, so we'd like to thank those guys for making everything roll smoothly for us here tonight. Next week on the road at Coconino High School. Be sure to join us for Mingus Rudder football here on KYBC AM 1600 next Friday night from Flagstaff, Coconino. Have a great weekend. We'll talk to you next week from Flag. All the way, fight, fight, fight.